I tell you what, I'm just scanning through them. There are so many about your balls and how hard it is to sit down.
Jesus.
People want to see them, so if you could just stand up.
I'm telling you, I can count 5 just scrolling through here.
Yeah, I saw a lot of
Do
those.
people think that when they write that, it's going to be like they're going to be the only person that's done that?
No, but I think they're genuinely interested.
So can we clarify?
Yeah, if you could just answer the question, Danny, that'd be much appreciated. All right, Davey, this is a mega exciting one.
It is indeed.
I thought it would never happen. It's been on the cards for a long time.
It has.
We have the one and only, the red car rocket, Danny Hart.
Thank you for having me.
Hyped.
Yes. Very excited to get you back on. It's been 10 years. You actually did the podcast in its original form
I did,
in
yeah.
2016.
I made this mistake with a couple of them. I started too soon, and then they all got a bit better, and I'm like, oh, maybe jump the gun on that one.
Should
Hey,
have
you were
waited.
early. Like I was on it, right? I was talking to Ollie about this, slightly off topic to what we were going to start with. But I'd started this podcast. I didn't know anyone really kind of relatively fresh to the bike industry. Random bloke starts a podcast. And it was kind of going okay. But, you know, you just like, oh, no one really cares about this. And then you DM'd and it sent the whole thing just...
Also, I asked.
Yeah, you DM'd and
Oh,
said, can
Jesus.
I... Yeah, you were begging it, dude. You were like, you were like, please, can I come on your podcast? No, I can't remember. But yeah, you basically asked.
I think it's because I listened to a lot of podcasts myself, so then I
Yeah.
was like, oh, this is good. Like, I listened to a lot of the motocross stuff, and then now it's starting to come into my world, so I should jump on it.
Yeah. Mate, it's a long time ago, but yeah, it was cool. It was a bit,
What
honestly,
was it,
dude,
10 years, you say?
Yeah, it was 2016,
was
the
it?
first time you did.
Mad.
Technically, this podcast, I mean, it's
Yeah.
very different these days, but yeah, it definitely sent it on a different trajectory because I was kind of like, oh, this doesn't work.
Mate, what an interesting thought that you've got like that. You know, like you think, oh, what was I like 10 years ago? You got that 10 years ago, you got you then.
Yeah.
Think how much has changed in that time. It's mad, eh?
Yeah, there's all sorts online where you can go back and see how much of a douchebag you maybe were back then when you're winning and everybody's doing everything that you ask, and yeah, soon changes once it goes pear-shaped.
That's brilliant.
So, go on, Ollie, after you.
Yeah,
Sorry,
well, we talked about this at Kendall, and you said to me, yeah, I'd love to do it, but I don't want to talk about bikes.
So we're not even going to mention
think
it. No, we are.
We're not.
No, I think what it is, I don't like... I don't know. I'll talk about bikes, but it's always the same stuff everybody's talking about. And
I do know
like,
what you mean.
I've been driving here. It took me 5 hours to get here, by the way. For everyone.
Thanks. A
everyone.
round of applause again for Danny Hart.
And I've been thinking,
me
God,
4.
what can we talk about? What about this? What about that? What about... And I should have been writing things down, but I wasn't. So we'll just get on our way, and then I'm sure it'll...
What did you listen to on the way down?
I was listening to Zach Osborne on Gypsy Tales.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
Yeah,
That was-
there you go.
Just finished, actually, as I pulled up. So
Good episode.
Yeah.
That's in my
always.
queue, actually, for the drive home.
Yeah.
There you go. I'll get into... You done Jace's yet or not?
No, I'm not cool enough for him. I'm actually currently left on red on his Instagram DMs, I think.
Really?
He was talking about some motocross stuff, and
Clip that.
he's a Yamaha guy, isn't he? So
Yeah.
I was asking him about some parts on the bike, and I got the red and no reply, so not big time enough, I guess. Need a couple more world titles.
Mate, just to get on Gypsy Tales.
Yeah,
More.
yeah, 2 isn't enough.
Well, at least you're on here.
Absolutely. Right, we're gonna start with we were, as you turned up, we were like, right, let's write down some questions that are not related to bikes
Yeah.
to get this rolling.
Mm.
Really, really basic ones.
Oh God, here we go.
What would you do if you didn't ride bikes for your job?
If I didn't ride bikes for my job and I had to have a job, a normal 9 to 5, I don't have a clue.
Literally no clue.
No idea, because I was in school. I was already racing World Cups in school. I actually had to I had to sit GCSEs after everybody else because I was in Val d'Isole racing World Champs in 2008 when they were happening. So that whole, I think it's 2 years in secondary school, when you pick your options, was all totally pointless. I could have left. I should have left at the start of that, because I was racing.
Yeah.
I was all in on racing. When I used to take Fridays off to go racing, that would be put down as work experience. So
Worked out, didn't it? The work
it's
experience
worked
out.
Yeah, so far.
So that's so funny. You literally didn't do the what if.
No, I didn't. Maybe I should have thought about that now, because
No. Let's do an exercise then. What if? Let's think about actually the sort of what sort of things do you like, or could you see yourself doing? I know it's really difficult because of what you've just said, but like genuinely, what other interests do you have outside of riding?
Like if I didn't know bikes at all.
Yeah. Let's pretend they don't exist. Like you can't just say moto, because I know that's what you're about
obvious,
to. Yeah.
Isn't it? But I honestly I have no clue.
That's so interesting.
No idea. Like,
would you gone down? Maybe you'd have gone down a tradie route. Would you have gone like?
well, my dad was a Sparky, but that didn't exactly fill me with like, oh yeah, I want to go and rewire houses. That'll be amazing.
Do you reckon the same applies for your kids? They're not like, God, I want to bomb through a rock garden at 40 miles an hour.
I think for my first daughter, yeah, she's not really that interested. But
Yeah.
middle one, maybe. And we don't quite know about the third one.
Oh.
But yeah, honestly, it's never even crossed my mind. Like now, after the career I've had and invested wisely, and we've got properties, and now that's something that we're looking in the distance to do. Like, we need somewhere to spend the money that I've earned. And my wife would like to have some sort of gym or something like that. Like, we like training. She likes training. I've seen enough gyms in my time, but yeah, that's something that we would like to do. Go down that avenue, maybe. But
What made you invest wisely?
because
Because you've talked about, just a minute ago, you talked about looking back on yourself when everything's going good. I always think it's amazing when people have that period where literally you're surrounded by yes people, and everything you do turns to gold. What made you not?
I think the way I was brought up, bikes were everything, and we didn't go on crazy holidays or nothing because we were racing, and I wasn't allowed. I'll be honest, I wasn't allowed the micro scooter at the time, or the best this and the best that. Everything just went on bikes, and then when I came into some money from racing, honestly, I still wasn't allowed just to go out and buy a nice car or do this or do that and waste all my money. I bought my first house straight after World Champs in 2011 when I won some money. I made some money, and that was the first thing I bought.
Yeah, because you were
That's
so young.
My parents, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so young with success as well.
Yeah, I was
But
19, yeah.
Yeah, when you come into money at 19, I mean, I cannot fathom what I would have done with money at 19.
No.
I was so far from from a £5 note at 19 that you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally, mate. Was it a massive shift for you in that way, as far as I don't know, how do you put it? You just kind of, you just get this amount of money. Was it like that, or was it a bit more of a trajectory to get there? Does that make sense? Or is it
I guess
it's you've won the lottery almost, now what?
I was on Giant at the time, so I was probably they never paid huge amounts, but the bonuses were really good.
Right.
And that's probably what.
Yeah.
So it wasn't he's won this race, he has a huge check. It wasn't like that, no. But the bonuses were good, and my parents. Funny story, actually. At the time, I was with my ex-girlfriend, not the current one, and I was like, "Oh yeah, she's going to move in to my parents," and no, she's not. This can be your opportunity to go and buy a house.
Yeah.
So I bought a house directly opposite my parents.
Yeah.
Were you like, fine?
I guess so, yeah.
But I'll still be here for dinner.
I didn't actually do that. It wasn't very often, even though I lived over the road. But yeah, stroppy teenager. Okay, I'll go and buy my own house then.
Yeah, look out the window.
Yeah,
That one.
quite funny actually. Yeah, that's how that story went. Yeah,
I think you mentioned like not talk about stuff that's been redone.
yeah.
I want to honour that. But like you said, you
It's not got off to a great start.
we'll jump back into where we were going before. But like, what
me.
did you actually grow up racing? Because I know you as Danny Hart downhill rider.
Yeah.
But what did you grow up racing?
So when I was a little kid, my dad raced motocross. At the time, I thought he was amazing at motocross. He was the best thing ever. Little did I know he really wasn't the best thing ever. He was just club level, like C-class racer. But we used to travel, what we thought he used to travel a lot. We were on the A1 to Doncaster and back every weekend. And I remember it was almost like Dad was sick of travelling. So we stopped doing it. I had a BMX. Spent a lot of time in the skate park in Redcar.
Right.
Then, like on the bike night in the skate park, there was some people there and they were like, oh, you should come and race BMX. Then the travelling just got absolutely crazy. We were coming like all the way down in like this part of the country. Like, what were we thinking?
The travel got worse.
Oh, the travel was like so bad. We were Devon, like, where is it where Kai Forte had those dirt jumps?
Yeah, Decoy.
Decoy, yeah, we were there.
Yeah.
We were Burnham. We were doing so many miles. And the little transporter with a caravan on the back. And then we just got sick of like, it was a really like north-south divide with BMX.
Mm.
The Southerners hated the Northerners, and it was just like just a bit crap, really. And we got sick of it.
It's aggy, innit, BMX?
Yeah,
It is actually.
it was then. It probably even more now with Olympics and all that. Like you'd grind the number off your chain ring so that people couldn't see what size sprocket you were running and your gearing and all
were
that.
you doing all that? Or was
I
your
don't think
dad
we
doing
did,
that?
but
Yeah.
like people were.
Mm.
So then, yeah, we just got over the travelling and the politics of that. And then actually, Oggy got us into downhill. Oggy was riding for Giant at the time. And again, I thought Oggy was just like the best thing since sliced bread. And we were at Hamsterley, where my parents took on the bike park. And I got into downhill, and then that was it. Like at first, we did both. Didn't want to put all our eggs in one basket, and then in time, just resorted to downhill.
What age were you when you were racing BMX?
So let's say if you race downhill, I raced downhill 2 years too early. Like British Cycling gave me like a special license because they gave me like a test, and I passed the test. And then, so that was from 11. So probably 4 or 5 years before 11. Like like 8 maybe. 8 years old.
Sounds like a really stupid question, right? But when you're doing it from that age,
yeah, it's a long time now.
the relationship with riding, like, is it when you're 11 years old and you're racing and you're traveling around the country, like it's becoming like as it is now, like it is your job.
No, it is, yeah.
Like, what were you still? Let's say it's Friday and you're about to pack up and head out.
Yeah.
Are you really hyped for the races as a kid? Are you?
I think the BMX got to the stage where I was always quite nervous, like that racing against each other's. And the same I did 4-cross as well beside downhill. And that racing next to one another and the anxiety and the tension like really got to me.
Yeah.
And we were always quite serious, I guess. Like my dad pushed me hard. So I don't really remember if it was like super excited to go, but it was just something that we did.
Yeah.
And everything, like maybe everything around the riding, like I wasn't super, like to this day I'm not super excited about, but I used to just love riding. I'd be the first on the hill, the last one to finish, and that's still to this day really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a really I find it really interesting because I never had any external sort of reason or pressure to do any biking, so it was really driven by me like being desperate to be out there.
Yeah.
And then I try and think of myself like if I was racing from such a young age, what I would have even thought.
I think racing's different because you have like the nerves of like an outcome.
Yeah.
Whereas going to dirt jumps or doing even dirt jump contests, I'm sure would be pretty nervous when you were, because the consequences are quite dangerous. But like, yeah, the racing part of it, like, there's always something at the end. Yeah. And even now, like, we go to World Cups and people say how excited they are and all this, and I'm like, granted, I've done it for a while. The sort of excitement for the first World Cup isn't really like I can't sleep at night. I'm that excited to go, but like because the tension and the especially now, there's nowhere you don't have the capacity to. Oh, I'll just enjoy this lap.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do this jump. I'll do a big whip, and I'll go inside in this corner and drift for the cameras.
What, like when you're literally talking about your world champs win?
Yeah, well, that is, but when the old schedules of World Cups, you had way more time and you would maybe be excited to get on the hill and ride it. Whereas now, you have one lap to say, like, look, right, I walked it. Obviously, other people have practiced. I said this, I said that, I said this, and another, and you've got people on track spotting lines. You have one lap to look at the track, and then you're like straight just hammering. Yeah. And you have no time to enjoy it, if you like.
Yeah,
I think you maybe enjoy the process and like it being done on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can understand that, yeah. All of the post-race interviews where it's like, I was just having fun out there.
Yeah, a load of shit.
You watch the replay and you're like, doesn't look like my kind of fun. Like.
No, not mine. No, those race runs where you're like absolutely life on the line, it's not like, oh, this is fun. Yeah. I'm enjoying this. It's not like doing a lap down airline or dirt merchant.
And you've had a few of those now.
Yeah. I have.
You mentioned enjoying the process.
Yeah.
Would you say, as someone who's really dialed the process, that you do enjoy the process?
I think the process, enjoying different parts of it, has changed over the past 3-4 years. Like, I've started enjoying like the interval side of things and the cardio side, where before I used to just like to be in the gym lifting weights maybe, whereas now, and I used to hate like the thought of a watt bike session. I'd put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off until 8 o'clock at night, and I best go and do this session. Whereas now, like, maybe with my life having to be a bit more organised with kids and responsibilities, I like the watt bike style stuff and I enjoy the road bike. But so, like, it's just changed over time.
Yeah. I tell you what, we've got no closer to learning what you would have done otherwise.
Yeah. There's nothing. It was just meant to be, Ollie.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. Yeah. Maybe a spinning instructor.
Yeah.
You know what? We had a funny conversation like at World Cups this year, like how like the Olympic runners, like track and like athletics or swimmers or maybe not football, but like those repetitive, in my eyes, like such a boring sport, like where you get, I don't understand how people can want to do it.
I'm with you.
You get like my sport, yes, I can go and do the same run time and time again, but like it's different every single time. Like you think of like someone in an Olympic final of the Summer Olympics, whenever they are or were, how many laps up and down that 50-metre pool they've done, how many times they've looked at the bottom of that pool. I'm like, what kicks do you get out of that? Like, I'm buzzing by trees, bombing through rock gardens, yada, yada, yada. Like, it is amazing. And I just don't understand how people can... Like, I was talking to the physio, Greg, on my team, and I was talking... He's a big football guy. played to quite a high level, I think. Or he likes to tell us he did. And football is different because no pass is the same.
Yeah, the
so
game
then
can
it's
go
different.
anywhere. Yeah.
But those sports where like they're running around and around and
Well, it's so
around.
impressive, isn't it? 100-meter sprint.
That's different though. Because, well, it's not different because they're doing the same thing, but there's something about it, isn't there? It's like,
But it's
it
it's
can
just
get
like
your
a number.
blood boiling.
You know what you've done at your best.
Yeah, and you're
And
chasing and
and-
chasing.
Yeah, and you've just got that number.
yeah.
That you can do that for your whole career. You can chase
Yeah.
a number
well,
for your whole
people
career.
are, aren't they?
Yeah. Like, that's a
It's true.
bizarre thought, isn't it?
Swimming's a great example.
Oh,
'Cause
they're
that
up
is
in the swimming pool
everywhere
at
is
5
the
in the
same.
morning. And
Isn't it? It's the same.
Oh.
Same pool,
Yeah, might get a different
same
tile
body
on
of
the
water.
bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My girlfriend does open water swimming, and I had to go to a number of events around the world, open water swimming, and I can tell you now that is the worst spectator sport I've ever seen. All you see is a bit of foam in the water,
And
in a
they're going swimming with their fists,
Yeah,
fighting in
like
the water.
100 other bits of foam. You just have to guess who it is.
Yeah.
Cheer for a bit of foam. Oh no! It's just like, what are we doing? There's no way of televising that. They do. They do.
Yeah, they
Well,
do.
what about downhill? I just bombed past you.
Yeah,
That's
it's
true.
Yeah, it looked
Yeah.
good though.
Yeah, that 3 seconds that you got was well, a good 3 seconds.
No, you got a point.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I maybe digressed a bit there, but
No, it's good.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
fine.
I feel like we
Perfect.
got a
It
bit
doesn't matter.
closer in the last bit.
Yeah.
so I'll not be a swimmer, and I wasn't going to be a runner.
And it
No.
has to be different every time. So I was thinking like freelance, sort of
freelance
something like that. That's the most I got out of it. It has to change
Architect.
each day. We couldn't sit in an office do the same thing.
architect.
I think it would have to be
different-
sport.
Architect. Heart.
Sport.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
Quite nice.
I think
Quite
it would
nice.
have to be sport.
Have to be sport
Yeah,
related.
because I'm thick as mince. Yeah.
I've never heard that one before. That's really good. You've travelled the world riding bikes. We're
have.
staying off the biking thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But we're,
yeah,
we're
we're
trying to
doing good,
link
yeah.
it, but we're
We're doing
you know,
good.
of all the places you've visited, where would be a dream destination to live?
Where's my dream destination?
And you can't point from your parents' window. That's another thing.
There's a couple of different places for different reasons, I guess. Where I live now, like, we recently, well, in the past couple of years, moved from Redcar along the coast to Whitby, and I would just love it there, to be fair. It's where we would have gone on a weekend if we were at home and it's a nice day, or we'll go down to Whitby like all the other tourists would. So, like, in the UK, I would say that's pretty much the
Nice.
spot. Yeah, we really like it there.
That's good then. Got that dialed.
Yeah.
I really like New Zealand. Queenstown's amazing.
Oh man.
I never went there this winter, but the past 2 winters before that, I spent like a month down there, and it's somewhere I'd love to take the family. I've gone down there as a training, so I've never been able to. It is and does end up being a glorified holiday, I guess. But if I took the family, it would be a whole different experience. So, but I'd really like to take them down there, and that's pretty. The only other down there is it's so far away.
Yeah.
That's the only
Yeah.
sticking point.
Yeah, it's literally as far away as
Yeah.
physically possible
Yeah.
from your other choice.
Yeah.
It was still-
Yeah. But yeah, and then every year we go to Morzine or the Port de Soleil, we look at places. The past couple of years we've actually viewed a few properties and stuff, but it's just not feasible.
Yeah.
Like, we could have somewhere there. Oh, it'd be great. Yeah, we'll just go whenever we please. But then around that, we'd have to let it out as like Airbnb, and for it to cover itself, it would have to be let out. Like, we'd have to book ourselves a holiday, and it's just like, it's just not worth it.
I guess with all the travel you do as well.
Yeah.
Been in Europe, it'd be you only get an
Yeah.
amount of days, don't you? You can even
Yeah, you do.
be in there, which would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
You mentioned training in it and how New Zealand is like it turns out a holiday. What is the most like? I'm intrigued because you come into seasons hot. What is the best training you can really do? Do you try and go heavy towards endless laps on your downhill bike, getting it dialed? Do you try and do endless gym to make yourself as strong as possible?
This is where, like, working with Greg Minnaar has been, me and him, we haven't had disagreements, but I can tell it could go that way. Like, he obviously lives down in South Africa where there isn't a great deal of downhill, and so he doesn't get to ride a lot. And he I feel like he prides himself on not riding a lot of downhill. And I can tell he thinks that I ride way too much.
Interesting.
But I think, rightly or wrongly, Greg sees it as a job, which it is a job. So that's when he goes downhill riding. It's work, work, work. Whereas I love to ride still. I would go, whether it was my job or not. Yeah. But I still, when I go, I'm such a sucker for a stopwatch. Like I have, even if I don't put my free lap out, I'll have my proper watch on. And I'm like, start in the same place, stop in the same place. And I pretty much should leave my watch at home because I'll tell myself, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But I'm like, oh, go on, let's just see how it's going. And so a lot of downhill is I just love riding downhill. That's my main
Why do you think, what's his view on why you shouldn't? Do you know what I mean? What's the reasoning behind not having loads of bike time?
Because he doesn't want you to get too comfortable, I don't think. I think he doesn't want you to get comfortable at 75, 80%.
Okay, yeah. I can understand that. Do you, what would you ride at? Just day to day?
I would say 80 to 90, because there is points where at the end of a day, if I've got my timing out or if I don't, I'll go to the top or I'll wherever I am and I'll sit there and I'll be like, right, this is it now. I'll visualize the track, even just practicing. I'll ride the same track all day, or maybe two tracks of 5 laps each. But pretty much I'll end up on the same track wherever I am. And I'll visualize the track and I'll go all in. So then that's the 100. So that's what makes me know that I'm riding at 80 or 90 before then. But also when we're testing, you need to be able to do it again and again and again and again. So that 80 or 90 is really good.
Repeatable.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much always in race mode.
I love it, yeah. Like I go to bike parks and like there's guys, fucking bike park places now and the new bike park way of riding and...
Go on, what is it? What's the bike park way of riding? Wait.
If like... I'll stand somewhere in a lift line. I shouldn't. And I just look around and I think 10 years ago or whatever, when like Nico Voulios and Steve Pete and I don't want to do anyone a disservice, any one of those guys could be a fly on the wall and look at this lift line and the way people are dressed and the bikes and all of this stuff, they'd just be like, what is happening? So when I'm in these bike parks and I'm like, I don't ever go like full kit guy, like full race kit, because I
don't bring out the World Champs jersey.
No, because even when I put my gear on, it's like I want that to be like, right, we're racing now. So I'll have all my sponsors' gear on, but it'll be like plain colours or whatever. I've lost my train of thought. But yeah, and that's it. So I'm in like nice gear, like no holes, my stuff's clean and my crash helmet's clean. Nice, I look presentable. I look like my sponsors would be proud of how I look on that hillside. And I feel so uncool rocking up to the lift line at, say, Dovey or anywhere, because I'm like clean cut, I guess. And I'm the one that's made a living from this sport, from what I love. And I'm rocking up and I'm like, all like prim and proper. And like, I get looked at, racer boy. Like, why would I go to this bike park and not ride to the speed what gives me kicks? Like, and people are like, you race lapping today. I'm like, well...
Yeah.
No, but yeah, like, it's not necessarily a race lap. You can come with me if you want. If you can't hold, then that's your doing. Like,
if you can keep up, go on.
This is how fast I go to get the same kicks that you do, going your speed.
So is it safe to say you're not a fan of a party lap?
Yeah. If no. I was at speaking of party laps, right? I was at Dovey. I'd done my proper laps. I had my timing poles out. I had to go and collect the timing poles. Affy was in the bike park. Like, sweet, let's go do a lap, Affy. You know, I can pick the poles up and we can figure it out where we can go and ride whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, so sets off, just rolls in, just no pedals, obviously, just picking up the poles. I'd been pulling my pocket, my first one. Had to go down. 5 seconds into the track that I'd been riding, because I wasn't concentrating, tucks the front, dislocate my finger. I'm like, really? I've got a team camp in a week in south of France. I'm going like this, like you can see my finger, wherever we're looking. It's an absolute mess right now. I goes like this, grips the bar, finger comes straight back out. Pop it back in. Try again. Straight back out. I'm like, no. Like I've done the ligaments or something. All this because I was just going to do a pissy run.
Mm.
Yeah, so 80 or 90 is literally your speed.
You've got to concentrate and you've got to know what you're doing. And yeah, so that was a bit of a party lap. And it lasted 5 seconds.
Shit party.
Yeah, it was.
I do find it really interesting. Like, you're as real deal racer. We talk to a lot of people on here. And we do talk to a lot of racers as well.
Yeah.
And I'm always fascinated by, you know, what actually gets people going.
Yeah.
Like what they get up for. Because I'd say I'm almost opposite. I do like 190%. And the rest will just be fucking around.
When you're racing with your pals.
Or I'll do like a line during a run.
Yeah, but that's how you've made your living. That's your thing.
Yeah,
I'm a racer.
Yeah, I know, but it's like too much. Going 90's too much for me. It's like almost an overload. I can do it in like a small section. Even we talk about minute tracks around here.
Yeah, I see the videos. Yeah.
Do it for a bit, but then it's like when I see the pace on the World Cup. Well, I mean throughout.
Yeah.
I've been at a lot of your races, Danny, and I've seen the pace that you lot ride at straight out of the gate.
Yeah.
Even sighting lap, it is like a world apart.
Yeah.
And like it's easy to watch on TV and think, well, yeah, everyone's fast, but it is really quite something.
Yeah. No, but like I said, it's fun for me to ride at 80, 90% because I've done it that much all my life.
Yeah.
To go up with a big group of lads on the hill and like, oh, we're going to go do swooper and then we're going to do this and that. I'm literally like this. And I'm like, this is just, I'm going to come across as a dick, but I'm like, this is just like,
good. Yeah.
It's more stress than it is for me to like just roll down. Like if I go do a lap with Brayton or whoever's in the bike park and we've done our work and we'll go and do, like, I'm thinking Dovey exactly. I was riding new tracks with Brayton that like Super Swooper and all of these ones that I don't really do because I travel 4.5, 5 hours. I don't go to Dovey to ride Super Swooper and whatever the other ones are.
Tracks.
Yeah. So there's days where I will, like, where I'm just getting back on my bike and we'll go. And hell, those laps are, because Brayton knows every track up there, Swooper and they're hellish. Like, that's proper. That's like my version of a party lap. But when you just, it's, I don't know.
I do hear you. Because I do enjoy like a group ride with lots of people, but I do also struggle a little bit when it's like
stopping.
You know, and I'm not comparing myself. I'm not comparing myself the pace or any of those things, but like it's a bit much sometimes. It is a bit like when there's no intent. I think that's what I mean. And obviously your envelope of intent is a bit higher in it. It's like must be quite hard to fuck about.
It's like as well when you're trying to time Duffy on public days. It was the day when I was there when I hurt my hand. I'm on one track all day long. I'm not going this track over to that track. I'm not cutting anything. And then people standing in the track and they look at me like I'm the jerk when I'm coming through. and they're stood in the middle of the track. So I'm like, okay then, I'll go and stand on 50 hits and stand in the middle of the jump. So you and all your pals come and you just have to pull up and stop. How will that go? Yeah, they wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
So I'm only doing the same thing. Granted, I'm going quite fast. It's a public day. Be careful. Excuse me, but I don't mind catching someone who's riding the same track when I'm on a heater, because that's fair game. Like, anyone can ride the track. But when people are stopping in the middles of the tracks,
I think it's all really interesting. It's all sort of like quite...
I guess it's what people don't see.
Yeah, well, how can they? You've won
that's true.
2 World Champs, 4 World Cups. It's
Exactly.
like, that's what you... I guess that's what works for you, and it's not, you can't really be questioned. It's like, that's how it is. Queenstown.
No, I'm just trying to think how to do the ad break. Anything?
I need a wee.
Oh, that'll
After
do.
the ads.
All right.
Davey.
Ollie.
It's the ad break, but I've still got some questions for you.
Okay, sure.
Okay?
Yeah,
Is that
I'm
all
here
right?
for it.
Can I go through them?
Yeah, of course. What you got?
Have you ever had mud in your eye?
Oh, of course.
Have you ever had mud on your glasses or goggles?
I unfortunately have, yes.
Have you even had mud on the lens of your GoPro?
It ruins clips.
It really does, doesn't
It's
it?
so annoying.
Well, I've actually realised recently that all of the above are totally avoidable with one simple step. Mudhugger!
All right, mate. Now the secret's out about Mudhugger. I use the Mudhugger bolt-on long, and it's the easiest way to improve your winter rides, all right? In fact, it actually improves your rides beyond this deep, treacherous winter, as one thing you can bet on is that we will always find puddles or loose dirt wherever we ride our mountain bikes, especially in the UK.
You're not wrong about that. Actually, doing this ad, I found out a thing that I didn't know about Mudhugger, which makes me like it even more.
Oh.
Even more than keeping the mud out of my eyes.
Hey, you ever had snow in your eye?
I've actually had. Is this time for this? Why not? I've actually had dog poo in my eye with maggots on. That really happened in my life. Yeah.
And this is going to stop that.
I wish I had a Mudhugger back then. I really do.
It changed its colour, didn't it? No, go on, Cara.
I found out
Yeah.
that this is made in the UK and it's made from recyclable plastic. That makes it infinitely cooler, doesn't it?
That is really, really cool. I have been noticing for a long time it's used by some of the world's fastest downhill riders.
Yeah.
Not just us.
No, it's not just
Bruni.
us. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Bernard Kerr uses one all the time. There's
Bernard's
loads of
got
people.
quite nice graphics on his as well, I noticed. It's quite cool. Yeah.
Yes.
There's various bolt-on options for most forks, and then there's also this. This is the classic. This is like the zip tie version, the
Yes.
Mudhugger Evo zip tie.
Yes.
Which, to be honest, used for years. But the bolt-on version is really nice, isn't it? It's really clean looking.
It is really clean looking. Now, this is one of those products that you probably just, well, you know you need it, but it's one of those things you probably just keep putting off.
Absolutely.
You're riding around, you're squinting, you've got maggots in your eye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've got water, snow, all of the UK conditions are in your face.
Right now, they really are.
They're really in your face.
Yeah.
But you just probably need a little bit of a kick up the old Mudhugger to get one, right? So
I agree.
How about we give the companionship a discount?
We are quite good at this.
We are good at this.
We're kind to you.
We've got a
That's
discount.
right. We've got a discount code, and it is lowercase of the Ride Companion 10 numbers 10 at themudhugger.co.uk. What's that, Davey?
At themudhugger.co.uk.
So that's lowercase the Ride Companion 10 numbers 10, all without any spaces. And what does that give us?
That is going to give you 10% off everything on site.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty cool,
And
man.
when we say everything, the mud doesn't stop at the front end.
No.
Let's be honest. As seen in this clip featuring none other than TRC alumni Win Masters, the Mudhugger rear is also available. And it leaves you squeaky clean after even the most miserable ride. And I just went on a really miserable ride with Win.
Yep.
And he was honestly annoyingly clean.
That is annoying. He just hopped in the van straight after, right?
He literally did, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even bother looking. He just jumped straight in.
It is cool.
Yeah.
And it saves your washing machine. So think how much money that can save further down the line.
Actually, so much.
Yeah, not just from cataracts or whatever you've
No,
ended up with.
Exactly. I need the rear, honestly, because currently I've got a pile of clothes outside my house. I couldn't be bothered to clean the dirt off before I put in the washing machine.
Simple piece of plastic made in Wales that's made from recyclable material is the choice.
That's right. You're only one code away from getting yourself kitted out for the winter. The Ride Companion 10, once again, is the discount code. Get yourself one for 10% off at themudhugger.co.uk.
At themudhugger.co.uk.
That's right, Davey. At themudhugger.co.uk.
Cheers, Mudhugger. We're trying our best not to talk about bikes, but all we're doing is talk about bikes, and it's fantastic.
It is fantastic. Let's continue.
It's slightly on that topic. So you're obviously a Supercross fan, and you see those athletes at the top of that sport, you know, similar to what you've done and are doing in your life, and they've got training grounds. They've got their own tracks. They don't have people stood on the lips of triples and in the middle of doubles or whatever. You obviously have kind of done that. Is that fair? Was that kind? No,
I wouldn't say that. No, yeah, my parents run Danny Hart's Descent Bike Park.
Yeah,
I haven't really got any skin in the game. It's just my name on the door.
Right.
For obvious reasons, I guess.
Yeah.
But what you say is something that when I was on my last team camp, me and Bodie, my teammate, were talking about how it's so, like, woe is me, it's so difficult for us to have the program that those guys do. They'll race on a Saturday, be home Saturday night or Sunday. They have a facility to the top guys. This isn't everyone.
Pointy.
They have a facility where they can go, where they probably have their road bike. They've got the gym. They've got every track imaginable. They've got somebody telling them they've got to do this, that, and the other. Where for us, right, I want to ride downhill. So personally speaking, I can go to my bike park, which is an hour and a half drive away.
Right.
Which isn't necessarily the best trails by any stretch, by any means, for a World Cup racing. Granted, it's got me where I have. Or I have to get in my van, drive 4.5 hours to mid Wales to ride Revs, Dovey, Casus, Llangollen. Yeah, I should maybe move house. But I haven't done that. So it's not easy for us. Or we have to find a driver. And we don't have, like, the facilities like they do. And it's like, it would make our lives so much easier.
Yeah.
And
is there anyone that's doing it? Is there anyone you think? I guess the Dovey thing kind of springs to mind already. That, like, there's a lot of people moving that way, probably for that reason. If you live in Mac or something, or Morsey, or I don't know if I've never ridden in Morsey, and I'll be honest.
But Morsey and the riding, like, there's a reason you go there and you do not see Amaury, Pierron, Loïc, Bruni, Loris Vergier lapping Morsey, plenty steeps with all the lads. Like, because it's not the best for that thing, this
World Cup
application, if you like.
What is the best then? What track? What track are we talking for the dream test track?
I do think the French guys in the south of France have it really good in the summer and in the winter, but a lot of them move away to tax havens in the so they don't really ride there. But, like, I was in Finale for like 2.5, 3 weeks. Granted, it is not the best for downhill riding, but I rode a bike every single day for that whole time, whether it be road bike, e-bike, or jump in the van and go and ride the downhill bike. So, like, what's good about, like, the south of France and Italy and stuff is they don't have bike parks. I say that's good. Obviously, it swings in roundabouts. So they can just go to that hillside and get someone to drive them and just do laps. Whereas we rely on opening hours of bike parks. So we can't necessarily go ride on a Monday afternoon after we've done the gym on the morning, because there's nowhere, speaking for myself, there's nowhere really open to go and do that. So it's quite tricky for us to, people think we just ride downhill all the time, and it's not really the case. Like, I haven't ridden downhill, since I was in San Remo a couple of weeks ago. I've been ill, but it's not super easy.
So, for the current downhill circuit, for the current racetracks that you race on week in, week out, what kind of track would you want to practice on? Would you want to practice on something that's easier than what you have to race on, so you can go closer to that 90%, or would you want to practice on something harder and more technical? I know it's a bit of a broad question, but
yeah, I think you have to do both. Like, I was just in San Remo, like I say, and there's a downhill track there that's just like, oh, it's just death. It's just horrible. Until you get to a place where you can link it up and hit rhythms here and get this and get that and get in a flow, it is just the worst thing. You would never advise it to anybody. I like describe it like the Lommel of the motocross world. If people know, like, Lommel is like the gnarliest sand track in the world, where it's just horrible. Like, but all the top guys are there. So I know it's a bit sad that we always just try to copy motocross, but is that not a sign of like what you need to be doing?
No, it's interesting because I wasn't sure what your answer would be. So actually, if you can make San Remo fun, then you get to a World Cup and you're almost like pleasantly surprised. You've got some bike park turns at the top, bit of a difficult bit in the bottom, then a motorway. Like,
but it's good. You have to have your bike set up for everything. So we're on a couple settings now where we've got some good base sort of thing. We need to do a little bit more, but yeah, my bike setup for those tracks was really good. So we did a couple days on this horrible downhill track, and then we had one day off, and then we went and did 3 days on a more realistic, easier track. But what was hard for me when we just did this was the gnarly track. You could tell the differences with the bike much easier than on the easier track, because the bumps and everything on the gnarly track would just use so much more feedback, whereas the easier track, you had flat corners. It was a really technique style track.
Yeah, and you're doing more.
Yeah, so you're doing it. Yeah. So that was where I'd like, on the 2 days on this big track, where I was like, oh, my testing's come on a lot. Like, I usually struggle a little bit with feedback, but we were changing things, and I was saying exactly what I could tell a lot. Whereas then we went to this other track, it was really much harder for me to tell.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So really, if you want to sort of breed world-class downhill races now, the ideal would be a track that really tests the bikes, tests the rider.
Yeah.
And then when you start racing, you're going to just be ready whatever they throw at you.
Yeah. Like, the tricky thing is when we go to somewhere like Leogang, and your bike isn't necessarily set up for something like that, but you just almost have to turn everything up a little bit, make it stiffer, and yeah, there's a few things they do.
It's perfect little segue because I spoke to Alan before you came on here to get a few little insights of this and that.
Yeah.
And he said one of the things that you're really good at, and it kind of does link, is like logging your training sessions.
Yeah.
And I wrote down, like, explain what that actually looks like. What does it look like to log a training session and test it?
Yeah, so what does that look like? I'm like a bit of a nerd for numbers and Strava and training peaks, and so every road ride, e-bike ride, mountain bike ride, downhill day, it'll all go on my training peaks. And I don't necessarily even know if Alan, for example, looks at everything. But for me, when I can look at my training peaks and it's super busy, I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. I've been proactive here, and I've worked, I've done everything, I haven't missed a session. Yeah. That's something for me, like, I'm nerd on the screen, I like to see everything.
Is it psychological or is it physical? Do you feel like you are like firing ready for a season based off actually how you feel?
No, it's a psychological thing, I think. Yeah. Because I think a lot of the stuff that we do, granted there's a couple of specimens that line up at a World Cup, like, we're not doing vanity stuff, you know. We go in the gym and we look like plonkers sometimes because we're doing out there not normal stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, granted it could potentially be better, but, like, it's yeah, we don't come out looking like, I don't come out the gym looking like Arnie, put it that way. I struggle with food. I love food. That's my issue.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was that the next question?
Yeah,
on our
literally.
night?
Who-
It is literally the
Who
next.
off Alan?
No,
No,
it's the
ours.
next question. In our we're not talking about bikes, food. So let's use it as a segue.
Yeah.
Cheers for
Oh,
that. What would you say is your favourite food?
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Got
Oh,
to
and you're
be.
in Whitby
I
as
live in
well, mate. What
Whitby,
a
you know.
dangerous
Whitby
place to
was.
be. Did you move there for the fish and chips?
No, we had great fish and chips in Redcar.
Did you? Yeah.
It just
You're
follows
actually
me.
up there. The point for those
Yeah.
geographically not aware of the UK, you're pretty much in fish and chip capital
Yeah,
of the world, aren't you?
Seabreeze in Redcar. Can't
that the
go
one?
wrong. That is the place to be, yeah.
Okay.
Sounds stupid. What do you order at fish and chips shop?
Fish and chips.
Cod is that?
Cod or haddock, I'm not fussy.
Cod or haddock?
Yeah.
I went to a fish and chip shop the other day. And I
Go
didn't
on.
know what to order. I don't remember there being a choice. There
Yeah,
was
geez,
way
it's-
more. There was place.
It's just not
as well.
good down here.
No,
Not.
they
No.
got sea down here as well, just not here.
Yeah, anywhere far from the sea.
Transport. But
Anywhere
like-
far from the sea or a pub, you don't do fish and chips.
I reckon you'd be pleasantly surprised with South Coast fish and chips.
No, not having it.
I reckon.
What do you pair with your fish and chips? Do you go peas, gravy, curry?
No, I'll do curry from
Yeah,
time
you'll
to
do
time,
curry.
even baked beans.
Yeah.
Baked beans is wild, but
You
okay.
can
They
miss
always-
mushy peas off that.
Yeah, I'm not a mushy peas
Not
guy.
mushy peas guy.
They always crappy baked beans at fish and chip shops, but it has its place.
What do you put in your training
Nice.
peaks every time you go to?
Good job I don't have
Carb
to.
loading.
I don't do. I have tried my fitness pal before, but then my life just ends up crap. Because honestly, when you can see something on a screen
Yeah.
and you're like, it stops you doing it.
Yeah.
So my fitness pal's not an option.
The chip shop go out of business.
Yeah.
Hey.
They're shut on a Monday though, so it's
Chip shop owner. Not a bad- Maybe you
Different
might get
thing.
sick of it.
Different customers each
I
day.
don't think
place,
Sophia
haddock.
would be down. Sophia's not about it.
No,
Not for
No.
that.
greasy.
Not fair
Too. No, she eats good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, fair. All right, we'll scrap that idea.
Yeah. It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. What was the next one, Ollie, that we had? I'm sorry. We had...
Well, do you know what? I'm trying to disguise it as a non-bike question. Oh, I've put here favourite music, but what I really want you to get on about is racecraft and how it's come on during your career. So just to frame how...
Race
What's your favourite music?
My
With that in mind.
Crafty
Spotify
cuts.
is just all over the place. You know when they do the is it top 20 songs or whatever,
Yeah.
everybody gets on the bandwagon. Mine's just all sleeping music for babies. Because my Spotify goes on the iPad and it's like white noise. And it's like, I don't even know what music I like now.
It's a good point. White noise on Spotify, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, do that.
Might get on that after last
No,
night.
I'm like open to all sorts really. I wouldn't like to put myself in one sort of. I'm not really a rap guy.
Are you a headphones on turbo guy
I am,
before a
yeah.
race run?
That's
All
just
right.
been forever. So yeah.
Okay,
That's a good segue.
cheers.
Thank you.
What is the pre-race routine?
The pre-race routine.
Because Milway says you're good at this.
Yeah, that's one of Alan's things, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, I think what Alan means is the whole thing, not just like the hour leading up.
Okay,
I've
let's go for
spoken
it.
to Alan about this before, so all of my stuff I like to keep tidy, clean crash helmet. Sophia, my wife, like when she can, looks after my goggles because that's another story. She used to race Motocross World Championships, and then she also worked on the goggle shop, which is a really famous, I don't know if that's the word, a renowned shop at Motocross. So she's like on it with goggle prep. So all my goggles are all prepped. So on a mud day, horrible day, no one will be more prepared for it than I am. Like, I'll have waterproofs, everything. So yeah, I like to have all my gear folded, clean. And I think this is a thing from all of my cycling, mountain biking, BMX, motocross career. All my gear's always been meticulously clean. Whether it be Sophia scrubbing jerseys, when we always tend to have white gear, which is an absolute nightmare for me. and anybody doing this sport. So yeah, we get through jerseys. Everything has to be spotless. Again, you're representing people paying you a lot of money. So for me, like goggle prep, helmet prep, gear, everything has to just be perfect so I can just grab it and go. And like warm-up stuff will go. Norco now do it differently. Our mechanic doesn't come to the top with us. So Alan, the performance manager on the team, and one of the engineers comes to the top because the mechanics, they all have 2 riders. With the way it is now.
When you say engineer, is that race engineer? So it's like
yeah, like the bike guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also a mechanic.
Okay, right.
He's not a mechanic anymore. He was a mechanic. So he knows the crack at the top, like when to talk, yada, 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 when not to say anything. So, yeah, we have a warm-up routine on the bike, a few activation exercises, and get off the bike as soon as we have the minimum time off the bike, straight into the start, and away you go.
When you're on the bike, because everyone sees the close-ups of you warming up at the top of the track.
Yeah.
You say activation exercises.
Yeah.
What does that look like, whether it's watts, RPM, whatever it is, and what music you listen to? Because I'm always fascinated.
Way back.
Yeah.
It goes from, I'll put Guns N' Roses, Offspring, depending on like how you need to start the race.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand that. So the
can tell you what
section,
music you need to listen to.
Different for
and if
Q1
it's a Q1 or if it's
yeah.
a Q2. Like we were in Latweel and our Q1 and I was absolutely hopeless. I may as well have stopped at home. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this into Q2. I mean, I can't do anything different here. And I like got in my head like I was walking around at the top and I was getting upset. I was like really emotional and like really like, come on, let's figure this out. So I got on the trainer and I was like constantly having to like hold back emotion, like tears. Like it was like I was that pent up and that, come on, let's stop pissing around here and let's do it. So, and I think it was Alan and Jeff that would have been at the top. And no one spoke to me. They could just see, I think, that I was here. It gives me shivers now, like going back to that moment. And you need to get some good music on here and get in the zone and absolutely rip it a new arsehole because this is just what you've got to do. And there, I could do that because the top of the track wasn't super technical. I didn't have to be too careful. I could really get amped up and really go for it. And then that was like either proper rock music or some proper dance music. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, it's always something like that, to be fair.
Hey, I'm interested because obviously the music really matters. The mind frame really matters before you're doing it. How long in does it stop mattering and you're just in it and doing it? Do you know what I mean? Or does that not go away? Is it top to bottom? Fuck me, I'm in my finals run.
I'm trying not to swear. You just swore. If my mother watches this, and I've already said a couple of people.
It wasn't Danny. It was
no,
me.
So you get off the bike, like I just said, you need to have the minimum time from getting off the bike to getting in the start. It's always tricky. You always like a bit up, like, come on, let's go. So we try and do it like 5 minutes from ending a warm up to your start time. And in that situation there where I was like fully in, like I said, no one was talking to me. I was sat there, probably put my head on the handlebar and was just like, right, come on. The music's not there anymore because I've got my helmet on and I'm about ready to go. And from then on, you're just in the zone. And that's the same a lot of the time, really. You need to, it's hard to go there every time.
Yeah.
But maybe that's something that I need to try and work on doing, but it's really hard to do that.
I've been to the top of a lot of World Cups that I've spectated at, and I've got to say there's no atmosphere like it. That absolutely stinks, that does.
Yeah.
Before people about to drop into that, it's not fun, is it?
Yeah, it's like I'll sit there sometimes or before or after I'm thinking, God, the day I don't have to do this will be good. Yeah. And then I think when that day comes, like I spoke with Sophia and she's like, no, that's not a good thing when you don't have that anymore.
Mm.
Like, you'll crave that.
It's absolutely one thing you can't practice as well, isn't it? You talk about going on normal everyday
Yeah.
rides and timing, so you can practice being against the clock, but you can't practice that.
No, but like sometimes, like when I was in San Remo the other week, and I'd got into my own head, and I was like, right, this lap, like, you're going to have it, like you're going to go, and that's as close as I can get to that. And you do, like when you're about to attack a track like that, you can sort of get. It's not going to be the same by any means, but like you can get more of that butterflies than you can if I was going to go and do a lap down my bike park.
Yeah.
Because the consequence when you're absolutely on that edge trying to beat a time on my watch,
Is
the
it
consequence
just a
to
time?
me.
Is it a time that you're trying to beat, or is it a person? Do you have what? It's maybe it's a bit of both, but like, what percentage is it? Because it's such an interesting sport when you're up against the clock and not another person.
I'll tell you what's funny though. This time of year, there's GoPros going up all the time.
Yeah.
So you're trying to beat a person.
Is it? So you've seen.
That's to
So
me,
everyone's
yeah.
testing at San Remo, right? Like
A lot of people are,
Yeah.
yeah. And there's some fast
Okay.
guys I've done, and when you know there's some times, and
So you've got a time that you know
Yeah.
that you're aiming for.
yeah,
God, man.
Yeah.
It's a funny old way to make a living, isn't it?
it's good, but you wish GoPros didn't exist. I'll tell you that. Especially
Yeah.
when you see that there's someone there, you're like, oh, I've put my time out. I wonder if they're doing. They'll be looking at my GoPro.
You might not put your best time out. Like Bernard said it when he puts, because
yeah.
he noticed people looked at, like lots of people look at everyone else's, like now that YouTube content is coming out of riders, like is he putting his best run up, or is
Yeah,
he?
but even if it's not so whoever's best run, if they're putting a GoPro up, it's got to be decent.
Or if they're honey dicking you?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, it's working. Because I'm super competitive, and I want to be the fastest guy. I haven't got here not wanting to be.
Yeah.
Like, even with my teammates, like Bodie's he's fairly moving these days, you know. And I'll have a watch on, and then he won't have a watch on because whether it's more mature than me, whether he doesn't want to do it because he doesn't want to know what he does to me, but then I'll see the GoPro come out, and I'm like, so he'll know what he's doing. And like, it's all just like everyone like ducks and dives, and you're like, we're all cut from the same cloth here.
Mate,
Yeah.
it's good you're talking about it because
Yeah.
I really can see it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
team dynamics interesting, isn't it?
It is really interesting.
People talk about it in F1 a lot,
Yeah.
but
definitely.
actually, what you're talking about,
F1,
is
they
really
all just hate
pretty
one
similar.
another, and they'll openly tell you that pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much do, yeah.
What's funny with me over the years, so currently last year Lucas Cruz was my teammate and Bodie. Both young lads, I guess. Well, I guess they are young lads. And it's a funny story. So Lucas said to me, oh, I brought glory because of you. Like, no way, like, this is crazy. Like, these are men now as well. And I'm obviously way older than them. But, like, I don't think I have that pull over people. And then we were sat somewhere on, Bodie's like, Lucas, I had your poster on my wall. I'm like, no way, this is crazy. And then Bodie said, oh, one time we were at Crankworks and we rode the lift together, and you asked me how my day was going and how old I was and this and that, and you took a real interest in me. And I didn't know who the hell you were, but my dad told me who you were when we got off the gondola and the chairlift, and that's had a lasting effect on me forever.
Wow.
Like, no way, that's crazy. Because I always, when I go to Whistler, I'm so intrigued by all these little kids. Like, sounds
It's all right.
No.
That sounds bad.
No, go
But
with
like,
it.
I see these kids on these unreal, like, full suspension bikes. They're doing huge no-footers of the jumps. They're clearing crabapple hits. There's kids backflipping them, and I'm just like, this is crazy. So, like, when I probably rode the lift with Bodie, not knowing who he was at the time, I took an interest, and he says, yeah, that's gone forever with him. Now
How
we're
sick's
teammates,
that?
like, and there's these little, like I just said,
Checking the GoPro
yeah,
and
like,
yeah.
Have you had a teammate like that?
Like what?
Other way. So you were
No,
the one.
so without sounding like a big-headed prick, I've always been the one that they've been chasing, whether I like it or
so
not.
You've been number one rider.
Yeah. I think, well, my first year on Lapierre in 2008 and 9, my first 2 years, I was a junior, so I wasn't then. Then I went to Giant, and I was quite late signing to Giant, and they had Duncan Riffle, and he was their boy, but he never beat me, so soon he wasn't. Then I went to, what did I do after that? Mondraker. And there was an Austrian lad called Marcus Peckel, been around for years at the time and was a stable, good rider. And then he never beat me, but he wasn't chasing me in like a young guy chasing me. And then Laurie joined the team.
Yeah.
Laurie was chasing me, I guess, and then ended up, look where he's gone. He's down his own path and he's done super well. And then I went to Madison and we had Matt Walker. Then I went to Cube and it was Max Hartenston.
Yeah.
And now I'm at, I had 1 year there on GT where it was just me really. And then now I'm with Norco and
it's true.
It's been, so I've never really been chasing anyone on the team. It's always been tricky for me results wise because I'm sort of expected to be the number one guy. So then when I'm the number one guy, it's just normal. And then when the other person beats me, like, whoa, well done, great result. Like, sound like I'm just here. So it's always been a bit funny.
What do you think you'd do if you were the number 2 or an underdog? Do you think it would suit you, or do you think that how your career has gone it would suit you more?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Like the past, the contracts that I've the Norco contract. So the one I signed. Then when I was looking for teams, there was potential that I was going to go and be the second guy. Maybe I don't know if the team, when I came here to Norco, I was the second guy. I don't know. So yeah, there was an opportunity where that might be the case, and I don't know, I just go about my business no differently.
Yeah. I mean, there's not... Some cases you look at a team and there's clearly a second guy. Some cases, even when it's obvious, you look at a team and it actually doesn't seem like a second guy.
No, it's not. Our sport's not... Like, we're all on the same equipment pretty much.
Yeah.
It's not like... I think it's just our own mental states of a second guy.
Like, normally it's like age, innit?
Yeah.
Like, normally it is like the junior and the senior. Like, I remember Bren being... He came on recently and he talked about his time with Sam.
With Sam,
And it was like...
Yeah, it was...
a really cool scenario from him, for him. And then kind of from that point on, he became the number one guy on that team.
Yeah, when Sam went away and...
Yeah. And that really interests me how that affects your psychology. Either you've got the mind that absolutely loves being the number one, or you've got the mind that just absolutely wants to be underdog and have that target.
Yeah, I'm not that guy neither. No. I don't know. It's just, I don't really know. I've always been where I am, sort of thing. So,
do you think 2024 was a bit of that? Because obviously there was unless I missed it, I don't really know the circumstances, dude. But there wasn't really a ride on the table for 24, so you were hustling to get something together. And was that a bit of right, watch this, something?
Well,
to prove?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I had to
just for that season, you just kind of
I had to make something happen because if I didn't and I went away, then that's it. It would have been over. At the moment that you're not there, I'd have been living, shaking my heart outside the chip shop. The moment that you don't turn up, then you're just not relevant anymore. We saw when Jackson had that injury, missed out on the 24 season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but out of sight, out of mind. And then obviously he came back and did unreal. But the moment that you don't show up, I think, especially at my stage in my career, it was never going to go.
So it's important to you just to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just show up. Yeah.
And I got myself a ride out of it. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like you say, if you just had that year off to reset, this deal probably wouldn't have happened, would it?
No, definitely not. No, this still come down really quick as well, so it was good.
Yeah, all right. How do we get it in? No,
Well, Davey, let's talk
yeah.
about the Norco Adidas race division after this break. Oh, mate, thank goodness for this ad break.
You need a nap.
I feel so tired. It's really difficult because I can't really do my job right now. This guest is firing. They're so good, quick. You're amazing.
On it.
And I'm just there falling asleep at the desk. You know what I mean? Look at the state of me. Rings up under my eyes. What am I doing? How are you so fresh?
Mate, super simple. You just got to prioritize sleep. And this is one thing that I've been doing for a long time in my life, because I realized very early on that you don't just need a work ethic, you also need a rest ethic. And one thing that really helps me is a good sleep mask. And I've used loads over the years, all cheap ones. You know what I mean? They always let in a bit of light, usually just under here, let in a bit of light. They twist when you sleep, become really uncomfortable. You wake up, it's like twisted over. And they're just like super uncomfortable. Or they don't strap at the back properly and then just like spin around. It's just horrible.
That thing looks nice. Is Manta Sleep? Is
yes. So this is a Manta Sleep Pro eye mask. And these guys have actually thought about it and made a really, really, really good quality, comfortable one. All right. This is actually yours. I brought it for you. It's show and tell. This is your box. Yeah, it's got yours in it.
It's
Mine's
all
at home.
adjustable.
I've been using it for. Yeah, it's adjustable.
I've got
Yeah.
dickhead.
Yeah, you'll get it on. You'll be all right. So yeah, this is it. I've just unboxed it now. It comes with a nice little pair of earbuds.
Yeah.
Come with a little like carry case as well, so you can take it traveling with you, and you
Nice.
get a couple of stickers, and we all love stickers, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
So let me tell you about some of the features of the Manta Pro sleep mask. Okay,
Please do.
it is the most advanced sleep mask, scientifically the most advanced sleep mask. It is designed to be the most breathable, comfortable sleep mask money can buy. Manta Pro empowers you to get the best sleep you're capable of. Okay, it's breathable, soft mesh strap, which you can see. Look at that. Cooling perforated foam on the eyes. It's lovely. Unique C-shaped eye cups for side sleep, because that's one thing, again, with some of the not so good ones. Twist around when you're on your side.
Yeah.
Angled strap for ear comfort, because again, you don't want it rubbing on the top of your little ears, do you? Infinitely adjustable strap, so it'll fit on your head or someone with a not so big head. And it's got grippy zero slip gel on the inside as well. Do you want me to put it on and give you a
Yeah, please
look
do.
at what
Yeah.
it looks like? Yeah, here you go.
I want to put it on afterwards as well.
Nice.
It does look good.
That's nice, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it does
I
look
could almost do this ad blindfolded.
good.
Mate, I swear there's not a single. You could be doing anything now.
Really?
And there's not a single bit of light.
Wow.
In fact, I could just fall asleep right here.
Can I try it on?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm going to be gone with the wind if I don't give it you back.
Okay, so
There you go.
have we got anything for the companionship that can get them
Of course
on
we
board
do.
with it?
Of course we do, dude. So they don't just do a sleep mask. They do a white noise machine, which we've got over there, which I've been using at home. It really suits you, actually. I've been using that at home. It plays like ocean sounds and just helps you go to sleep if you're struggling. If you live in a noisy area, like, it is hard to get to sleep sometimes. And with this, you've got everything covered. You can't see any light. You've also got the white noise machine, the earbuds. You're going to get the best night's sleep of your life, thanks to Manta Sleep.
We've got white noise machine.
Yeah.
Can we? I know this is turning into just unboxing.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is really genuinely exciting.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
So this is that's the remote.
That's the remote.
So you have that bed
On the side of your bed, yeah. Because I think we probably both had this. When there's like a fan noise, I
Yeah.
sleep a bit better, I think. So what you do, it says in the instructions, actually, I was reading it. So you put that like kind of close to the noise. So if it's coming through a window or a door, you put that there and it kind of drowns it out and makes it easier
really?
to sleep. Yeah, which is really cool, isn't it?
Oh man, I wish we could put it on now and just fall
I know,
asleep.
I know, mate. But let's be real. Good sleep means better days.
Yeah.
Means more riding, which more time to do cool stuff. So, yeah, I'm a massive fan of prioritizing sleep, prioritizing rest, and having Manta Sleep on board with us for a little while is super sick. I couldn't be more stoked for this one, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
This is a bit of me and a bit of you now, hopefully.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Too
Anyway,
right.
going back to what we've got for companionship, head to mantasleep.uk. Have a little look around. Look at all the different sleep masks. They've got all sorts of different ones. Pro, Silk, Original. They've got one which plays sound, which is absolutely amazing. They've got a cooling one. They've got loads, dude. They've got add-ons as well. So you've got a sleep journal, earplugs, nose vents, blackout stickers.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is the one-stop shop really for all of your sleep needs. They do bundles as well, which
They
is
do
really
kids.
nice.
They do kids stuff.
They do kids stuff as well.
How amazing is that?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just on the website now, and I can't believe how many products there are. And it's no wonder, really. Think how much of your life you spend asleep. You might as well make
Great
it good
point.
sleep.
You might as well make it good.
Absolutely.
Why make it bad?
Absolutely.
Make it good. So yeah, head to mantasleep.uk, enter the code The Ride Companion. What is it, Ollie?
The Ride Companion.
Of course it is. That's going to give you a whopping 10% off.
Oh, amazing.
Hyped. I'm looking forward to some good sleep and just, yeah, enjoying it, man. Prioritising it. I love this stuff, as you can tell.
I know, eh? I actually can't wait for tonight. Rock and roll.
Bed at 9.
Thanks, Manta Sleep.
Thanks, man, to sleep. Appreciate you. Lovely break. You're refreshed. We're all refreshed.
Yeah, so we're now talking about, I think before we went for the break, it was Norco Adidas Race Division.
Race
There we
division.
go, yeah.
The team, the setup.
Race division. Quite a cool name. What drew you to sign him?
It was just getting the phone call from Greg Minnaar.
That's pretty cool, that is, dude.
Yeah.
I was at the motocross track actually, and yeah, we hashed it out, and then it was a done deal. So that was good. It was to have someone like that have faith in you. I know I carried some points after my World Champs in 24, so I wasn't stupid. I knew that was one of the main reasons, I think. But obviously, he saw some potential still. I nearly won World Champs in 24, so that was really, that solidified my spot, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, working with Greg Minnaar was always going to be an interesting dynamic.
How are you finding it? Is it good?
It's good, yeah. Yeah, we drink a couple of cultural wines and hash it out. It's good. Greg's funny. So we were in south of France on our first test this year, and again, I had my watch out. I had my little time to myself, and come back. I was proud of myself of the time that I'd put down. I'd just finished. Oh, what time was it? He was just getting geared up. He had his GoPro on.
Oh my gosh.
He went out there and matched my time.
No.
And I was like, oh my God. No way.
Still.
Yeah. But he
Just give it a break.
but he didn't do it while I was out there riding. He had to wait till I was finished. We laugh about it. But I think he was pedaling in places that I didn't think were possible to pedal. I saw Joe Smith, our lines guy, was still on the hill and filming. Because their film was on track, even though lines aren't super important at testing. They're watching for how the bike's working and body position and whatnot. So he was still on the hill. And we have a boys' line chat and a girls' line chat. And he was putting the videos of Greg in the boys' line chat while we were all back at the hotel chilling or in a hot tub or something. And I could see Greg was really on it, really pushing some big straight leggers, and he was having it like.
Whoa.
But Greg has been brilliant. You know, he's probably an engineer's worst nightmare, but also like a really good asset to them as well.
Yeah.
So he can find anything. Like he's like half a PSI he would notice in your fork.
Really, yeah.
Oh, it's crazy, yeah.
Wow.
But it's good to have that. You know, what really drew me to this in the first place was, I've said it a few times, I don't know if Greg was the best person to be the teammate of, like when I've heard Brendan talking and stuff like that. But now that's 100% the other way, because he needs you to be as fast as you can be and have make the best choices. So that was a big thing. And then another funny thing is he'll see things on track and it's like, you can jump that. Yeah, you'll jump that. And I'm like, sorry, what? Beg your pardon? No, €100 you'll jump that. I'm like, no chance. We don't bet, but like his thing. And more often than not, he's right. The thing will get jumped, or It really annoys me.
Do you reckon it's important for like an out and out racer like you to have someone like that on the team with some weight and power?
Some credentials.
I mean, it almost has to be the GOAT.
Yeah.
Almost, doesn't it? Like, I mean, there's a lot of people that obviously work in those roles that aren't necessarily...
Yeah, that don't know. Like, when you were talking contracts with him and stuff, you could tell that he'd been stiffed on contracts in the past. Because he's saying, if this or if that, you'll be sorted.
Yeah.
Whereas where I've been in the past, like, what's down on paper is down on paper, and that's be all end all. Whereas with Greg, I remember talking with him, and I'm like, yeah, you've been done over before in these situations, and that was really good to have him, you know, like good.
It's actually got your best interests almost.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. He doesn't want anybody to get done over.
Yeah.
What's his title within the team? I should probably know that, but
He's like the director.
Director, okay.
Yeah. And then you've got Alan Milway, who's performance manager, Kathy Sessler, who is logistics manager and travel manager, and then you've got Tom Duncan, who's a technical manager. So
Fair bit of time doing it between you lot.
Yeah, there's some moving parts. Like, I don't... like Kathy's job to get accommodation for 20 people.
Yeah.
Is that what it is as well? Like the teams.
And we've spoke like with Kathy like from back in the day. Like, we used to be 7. Each rider would have a mechanic, team manager, a chef, and maybe a physio.
Yeah.
Now, it's like a football team. It's literally like a football team.
Yeah, trying to get around the world.
Yeah. We have some good times though, you know, like obviously Ceci's had some good years with the syndicate and obviously with Greg, so they know how to have a good time.
Yeah, wicked. How much have you got anything exciting for your bike this year? How much setup have you done? What's changed? Is there anything interesting coming out of the team that's like... Because at the moment it feels like there are lots of things happening on bikes and suspension design and...
Yeah. I don't know if we have anything that's super exciting coming, but we have gone to like the production-based bike, so I guess that's pretty exciting.
Cool, yeah.
So we're not on like clunky...
Proto
not that
stuff.
they were too clunky, but like they were definitely prototype bikes the last year when I was on the team and the year before that, whereas now we've got a more refined, nice looking downhill bike.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's exciting. Like, it's crazy. We had our first test in the south of France, and then we couldn't take the bikes home because they were still doing some stuff with them. So then I had to go. I actually flew home from Nice, packed my van and my family into my van, my little camper we've got, and drove back out to Finale, which is like 2 hours from Nice. And so I was back on my old bike for that little period of time. And it was amazing how much different it was, even though it's technically the same bike, but with different, like, it's a more refined. And
I guess the weight's in different places, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. The new one, it's super impressive what the guys have done.
Sick. If you were to look back and like, how did 2025 go? First year on the team.
Yeah, it wasn't what I would have expected or wanted. I had 1 or 2 okay races, but definitely not where I want to be. I want to be in the final every weekend, you know, whether that be out of Q1 or out of Q2. You need to be putting yourself on the TV, you know. I know what I'm paid to do, so I need to. And the one time I did get in out of Q1, it was like a dream. The day's over so much quicker, and you can like come down as opposed to being up high and anxious all day long.
Yeah.
Is that what it feels like? Yeah.
Oh,
Q2.
yeah, it was crazy. So you do Q1. I always have, for the most part, of Q2. And then the one time I didn't was Lenzerheide. I think I was 8th or 9th in Q1, which was in the top half of Q1. So that was really good. And then Alan and the girls will always go and do a track walk through Q1. So they're at the top and you're warming up and you're still in the pressure cooker of the anxiety of a race. Because that's what it is. You're not leaving anything up there for Q1 or Q2. And then they're like, see you later, good luck. And you always hear them when you're on your run, like, go down here or whatever, wherever they are. And you're like, they're just chilling. Full chill mode, watching all these good guys still
Hustle.
racing. Yeah. So then in Lenzerheide, when I got to do it, like, you could be watching the race winner in Q2. Like when you get out of Q1 and you go and do a track walk in Q2. So it's really good to see. It was like you were watching like a fan, a spectator of these guys absolutely hooking through sections. It was quite good.
What is your take on it, on the semis and this? You know, it's
not semis anymore.
No?
Q1, Q2.
Q1, Q2, sorry, yeah. So, like, I guess we're learning during this episode that you're an out-and-out racer, you love the time.
Yeah.
But I guess there's a time and a place for loving the time, and maybe
Yeah,
Q2 might not be it, I don't know.
No.
So, yeah, are you a fan of it? Is it a good move for the sport?
I guess from the outside looking in, it's probably good to watch. But when you're there and you're not getting in, it's obviously not good. I do think it's hard because I'm not getting in every time. So I would like them to take more. Because I can be, like, 20 out of Q1.
Yeah.
I've had 21s, 22s, 23s. Like, an absolute smidgen off getting in.
Yeah.
And then gone for a Q2 and just been out the arse. Whereas I was obviously I wasn't more than capable, but, like, I was capable enough, but just something might not have gone. Like in Monson and this year, I think I was again between 20 and 25 maybe. Something really close. It was the same in Lake Placid.
And these are like fractions of seconds as well, right?
And then I went up for Q2, had a good run. So I messed the rock garden up a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. And then we looked at the splits, and you drop a second or between 1 and 2. And you're in an early shower, like, you're done. And I'm like, it's so cutthroat.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not going to get into the politics
now?
of it.
No. But does it feel more cutthroat now than 100%. It ever has?
Yeah, everybody that says, we're going faster, yada, 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 we're not necessarily going that much faster like everybody says, I don't think. However, there's more people doing it.
Right.
So the level is higher.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the speed is a crazy amount more, like everyone says. And the time gaps, like if there's some old pages on Instagram, like retro mountain bike history stuff, and I'll sometimes watch some things. And even back in the 90s, there was races getting won by the tiniest margins. So the gaps haven't really changed. I just think there's more people, so then the gaps have changed, I guess. But it's like...
No, I see what you mean, though, yeah.
Everybody, and even I'm guilty myself, it's so close, it's so close. It's always been close. But when you're on the wrong side of it, it just seems like an easy excuse, I guess.
I'd never thought about the benefit of getting in for Q1 and what that gives you, like the kind of like you said, that period of time to relax.
Yeah. Like
and
the
know
energy,
that all of those people, like you've got one up on all of those people that are having to do it again.
Yeah. There's a couple of ways you can look at it as well, though, is you get, like, I think Ronan had a lot of Q2s. So that's extra run to push.
Practice, yeah.
So your level is potentially higher. Say you win Q2 a few times, or a lot of the times, the time was faster than Q1. So that person or them couple of people that have put a heater down in Q2 know what it's like to have to go, I don't like saying 110% because you can't, but like 100%. Whereas if you've danced in out of Q1 into 19th, which is still really good, obviously that's the goal, so you don't have to do it again.
Yeah, you're not practicing the track, you're practicing racing the track.
Yeah.
And you do kind of
The
get an extra
intensity.
you do kind of get another race practice, don't you? I guess. Which you can't really.
But I think Bruni and Valley were potentially the only people, I could be wrong, but the only people that went in all year out of Q1.
Really,
That's
yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
What are they, from your perspective? Do you look at them and try and work out what they're doing? I know they're going quicker, but like, do you work? Is there anything that you can like take
carrying a
from-
higher average speed between point A and point B, and therefore they have the minimum time.
Do you do much looking at other people, other lines, other people's GoPros?
Yeah, it's tricky. Like when I was winning, and I say winning, that I won them few World Cups in a row. You're just on your own program. You know, whatever you do, Saturday, Sunday afternoon, to the best of your ability, you're a horse in the race. Whereas
Must
when
be a
it's
cool feeling, that
when
man.
it's not going like that, you're like, what's so and so doing there? What's so and so doing there? And it's just taking energy away.
Interesting.
But we don't have abundances of time now to find the best thing. We have people on track, but what might work for one doesn't necessarily work best for another. Like Greg, for example, he would much rather charge an outside in a corner, where I would much rather nip an inside. Just how we ride differently. Excuse me. So yeah, it's horses for courses.
Has anything changed in your like prep, race day prep? Like, I know one thing that you appear to be quite famous for is like staying in the motorhome with the family. Has that always been a thing, or is that
That's
is
always-
that more of a daddy Danny?
No, that's always been a thing for my whole life, because from the motocross track when I was 6, 7, 8 years old, we're there in the camper with the family.
Yeah.
To racing BMX, we're there in the caravan, we're there. It's us as a family. You're right there on site like that. And now I did it even just with Sophia in a sprinter. Then when we had all the kids, we've tried to make it work. Because also, another reason for it is I don't come home. So, like we've said, there's not the best downhill riding where I live.
Yeah.
So why come home when I have a house on wheels, which is literally what it is? It's a huge camper. Then we just stay in the Alps. We go Austria. We go Champery. We'll do a bit of practice there. I'll go and pre-ride tracks. That's the main reason for it.
Right. So it's not necessarily just even the sleeping at the track. It's
that is a big part as well.
Yeah,
but
you've also just got this thing you can just go off and...
Yeah, so that's more difficult now with a team as big as we are. If everybody wanted to take their family in their camper van, then it's not possible.
Big car park.
Yeah. So we did have the camper there. I have another camper, who's just a small one for small weekend trips, and Sophia and the kids were out in Europe in that.
Mm-hmm.
So they stayed in there, and I would be with the team. But pretty much now I have to be with the team.
Right.
But if the camper can be close to the team, like we were in Lenzerheide, I pretty much used my lovely hotel room that the team had me as a changing room.
Right.
Because I just love sleeping in my own bed. Like, I never sleep good when I'm swapping beds all the time. And that's just my own little cocoon in the camper, I guess.
Yeah. And a good result.
Exactly, yeah.
What do the kids think of it?
They don't know any different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that funny to watch?
Yeah, it's like they're just running riot. Like, they're not necessarily watching Daddy. Sophia's having to try and get them to watch, but it's like, yeah, that's the problem. Is the problem I have with it, not the problem, but like they're never going to appreciate it because they've never been in school and they've always lived this life of just on the road. So it's totally normal to them.
Yeah.
Which is good and bad.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what they've got. I don't know if that sounds nasty or not, but like...
No, I do know what you mean, yeah. It's
for
been
some
everything,
kids to
hasn't it?
go to, well, wherever, anywhere.
Alps, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool,
the
isn't it?
Alps, yeah. Where for mine, it's like, just normal.
Did they travel to all of them with you? Because, I mean,
They try and...
round 1 of 2026 is quite a long...
Yeah, they're not going to come there, no.
No.
And they might not... And then they never came to America last year or
Right.
Canada.
Okay.
But they'd like... We used to spend a lot of time in Whistler after the season. Like, we'd go every fall, but now the season runs so late, we can't do that. So they'd like to come to Whistler, It's a place Sophia loves.
Cool.
Somewhere I'd like to live.
Is
or
it?
have somewhere, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Party laps.
Yeah, that's where I would have done that. Like it was literally that. After in 2016, when I was world champion and we went straight to Whistler afterwards, it was pretty much party lap straight into
baggy jeans.
no. I still had my normal costume on, but no baggy jeans.
Costume.
Oh dear, that's good. Yeah, mate? What is your thoughts on the first round 2026 being in South Korea?
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I think
it's interesting.
it's hard not to be intrigued.
Yeah.
I think that'd be my summary for it as
My
well.
friend's actually built the track.
Okay, so you got some
a
insights.
friend of mine who lives in Queenstown, who I stayed with the last time I went.
Yeah.
Had some contacts there, and he got the contract with with Frank Pardell and Marcus Stockel, who runs MS Racing.
Okay.
Is a big part of the event as well.
Right.
So yeah, I know all a few of the people that are, and honestly, I've seen some stuff, and the track looks just like, I don't know what we should expect, but it just looks like a normal downhill track that you would get in. Like, we're not going to the moon or anything. It's still just a mountain, but it's in South Korea as opposed to.
What's the
France.
dirt like?
It just looks like normal, loamy, nice dirt. Yeah,
Nice.
just like the video I saw, it was really wet, and it just looked a lot like it could be like a UK style track.
What would be your favourite track to race on, result-wise?
Result-wise,
Yeah, like, let's say, loam, roots, or rock, dust, or...
I like something that is somewhat consistent.
Okay.
Like, we raced in Lake Placid last year, and the track was just constantly moving, and I didn't get out of Q1. I didn't get out of Q2. Didn't qualify. And I was just really struggling with a constantly moving, loamy track. I think it was like just super deep powder. And then I went to watch the morning practice for the race, and everyone was hammering so hard, and I was like, I just wasn't doing this.
Yeah.
And it was like good to watch. Like, hindsight is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it to be consistent within reason. Like, I've done well in Val de Sol, but even there of late, I've struggled with the inconsistency of the track. But I used to really enjoy racing Fort William. I know it gets a hard time, but I think the whole thing of Fort William was good for a UK racer.
So, is the reason for that you have lines that you have to hit? Your race run is an exact thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know exactly where the wheel's going to, in an ideal world, where that wheel's going to go.
So as soon as lines move, that means your plan for what you're doing goes...
But by the time a race comes around, like, even you can deal with the inconsistencies, because it's that by the time a race comes, the lines are in. So it's not like the line for a final race run's going to change too much, but it's getting the confidence to get up to speed when everything is moving is what's tricky.
Right.
It's a pretty crazy thing. Like, really, when you think about it as a sport, as a level playing field, you've got a racetrack that's moving.
Yeah.
I know it's how it's always been, and it's not something you can change and all of that. But like, I was just imagining some sort of weird scenario where you go down first, then you've got a teammate comes down, they blow out a turn on the race line. Like, if it was...
Knock everyone up.
Yeah, yeah. And then you've got the fastest qualifiers, for instance. I know that's a stupid scenario, but it's like...
It's right how the fastest guy goes last when he's on the most beat up track.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily fair.
Yeah. It's pretty mad, isn't
Yeah,
it? Really?
it is, yeah. But obviously they need to do that otherwise everybody just get in the car and go home.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't really question
But with it being so tight as well now, it's not out of the realm of possibility that someone who comes down 20th
with the final
could
being
win.
30 now, yeah. Like,
is it?
There's no one in the final that probably couldn't win the race.
Yeah.
I'd be intrigued to see how many people in the final at whatever race have won. There's probably quite a few guys now.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting. Reverse it. Interesting idea.
We had that idea about hot seat racing.
It's kind of like hot seat racing.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because the track degrades.
Yeah.
We had this idea, right? You got the hot seat. You've got, let's say, 2 hours. I know we're probably flogging a dead horse here.
That's
Talked about it
great.
too
The
much,
concept's
but
fantastic.
So,
Like an open track or something.
yeah, 2 hours. You can get as many runs as you want, and the track can degrade and do whatever and move.
That's a good concept.
And then if you come down with the fastest time, you get stuck in a hot seat, so you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
go back up.
Yeah, I think I listened to this one.
Yeah. So
We
I know,
tried it and it worked really well.
It did work well. And I know it's a stupid idea, but
We just tried that among friends. Or
No,
what?
we did it. We did an event called Freedom Ride.
Yeah.
We had a hot seat race in there,
Oh, I didn't know.
and it was
down a track that couldn't change. So it was just like
No.
a trial run. I think the winning time was like 11 seconds. It was like
Oh,
a tiny
really?
little track, and you bang laps as fast
Yeah.
as you can, and then sometimes you'll get a lap that was good, but you know it wasn't everything. Like even down an 11-second track, you can tell you haven't fucking
Really?
done everything. Yeah, and then you just sat in the seat,
Yeah. Well,
and
you're
you
the,
know
you're
someone's
the
going
boy,
to
though.
do you, and then will you have enough time to get
And
in
how
the
did
queue?
it work out?
Really good.
yeah.
But I would still love to see it in a downhill scenario, and kind of in the way we're
It's
talking about.
definitely a good concept. You should pitch it to someone to do.
Like the idea of these turns
Crankworx
degrading.
did it as well.
Oh, really? So as
Did
done.
they? Well, I didn't know that.
yeah.
Where did they do that?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
did they? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the idea of it in downhill form. Because like what we're talking about, those turns blowing out, and what you're saying about the inconsistency, it would
Yeah.
be fascinating, wouldn't it?
Mate.
Because
It's definitely a
Yeah.
concept that has legs.
Yeah,
Like
100%.
I speak to like Ryan from Monster and Sean, and they have all these ideas of trying to do something different.
Mm.
No one's done anything yet. But
because you could hold off from your best time, as
and then
long as the
bang
track's
one in at the end.
yeah, because as long as the track's going to hold it, but who's to say the track's going to hold it?
No, so you're like betting on you. Well, you're gambling, yeah.
Yeah, weird thought, isn't it?
It's a great.
Who won?
Great.
Fucking Deeks did me.
No
Yeah,
way.
he might have.
Deeks
Josh
did me.
Underwood was in the hot seat.
No, did I win one?
I can't. Did Josh Underwood beat?
Don't know.
win,
We did 2 days of it.
We did a
Oh,
youth
I-
one, and we did a.
Yeah. I did exactly the thing that I said though, because I did I
You
did a
played
run
the
and I sat
system.
there and I was like, "Fuck, that's not gonna hold." And then Deeks did me, and I'm running to the top, and I couldn't. It's fair and square. He beat me out.
3 minutes left. Get to the top.
Yeah, yeah,
Literally.
yeah. It'd
Really
be good
cool.
on e-bikes. Actually, it'd be quite good.
Yeah.
it would be a
How
great
did you
game.
time it?
All proper. We
Yeah.
did it. We actually
Timing.
went all out. That all had
Transponders.
chips, everyone.
Yeah,
Fancy.
cost a fortune.
I bet. Yeah.
yeah,
We want to give it a go though.
yeah,
It was good.
It was good. It was
Yeah,
good.
cool.
Yeah,
Worth the
someone's
pop.
done it. We'll clarify. There was an event that did it.
I mean, the way I really love
The exact idea.
The thing that we were thinking about the most, and the reason I bring it up, is because you could take the track wide and you could have no one down it at the start of the hour. Like,
Yeah.
so it really, or the start of the 2 hours,
Everyone's
or the start
learning.
of whatever the period is. So it would change like fuck, wouldn't it?
I
Especially
think it's good. That's almost good among friends and sort of casually. Then people would start doing what you're saying, and wait until the end before they go and do one. And it just ruins it.
then you got a teammate in a hot seat, go and blow out some turns.
Yeah.
Some fat. You get R-Dog.
Just have a
Dude, you
wager
know-
between each other.
You know, like in hockey, you've got the enforcer that
Yeah.
fights people. You've got R-Dog on your team, and he is just there to inside turns and blow them out.
Speaking of blowouts, we're going to blow into a... Oh, it's bad. He's really clutching at straws for that one. We're going to blow into an ad read.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then we'll do some listener questions.
There's loads.
And
I
keep
just
having
checked.
fun.
It's
I wasn't
actually-
looking at my phone. I was checking your listening question.
Welcome to the Bike Star.
Hi there. I'm looking for a little R&R for my bike. Do you have any different things you can suggest, maybe? My name's Ollie Wilkins.
Yes, Ollie. Let me take you through our treatments. We believe we can offer something for every rider and their bike. First, we have the Pierron massage.
Oh, that sounds really nice, yeah.
Or we have the sound bath.
Sound bath.
If you really want to treat it, we have an incredible hot yoga session available.
I suppose the heat's quite nice. It probably does. Yeah, okay.
However, we do have the custom wrap.
The custom wrap?
Our custom wrap is a custom-fitted PPF wrap designed exclusively for your bike. It provides a rejuvenating and revitalizing finish. It really doesn't get much better than that.
No way. I mean, obviously I'm going to go for that then. Yeah, please.
Great choice. I'll book that right in. While you wait, you can take advantage of our mindfully prepared bike owner relaxation space, complete with carefully selected multimedia entertainment and the refreshing scent of eucalyptus aromatherapy.
This place is the best.
Would you like a glass of cucumber-infused glacial water?
Yes, I would.
I'm in sunny Shrewsbury in the UK, the birthplace of Charles.
Hey up. Water's pretty good, isn't it?
What a lease of life. I can't even believe it's you.
Tell you what, mate, we always say it, but that genuinely, what an ad.
Fantastic.
Unbelievable effort. Well done. You did really good in that one.
I feel refreshed and rejuvenated.
You do.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, how about you want to pass that feeling onto your bike? All you got to do, head to invisiFrame.co.uk, enter the code REFRESH and RIDE. What is it, Ollie?
Is that refresh and ride?
All in capitals, and that'll get you a whopper of 15% off kits, decals, anything on the site. Refresh and Ride, 15% off. Thank you, invisiFrame. Back to the episode. We're back in. Mate, this is banger. So good. Should we do some listener questions? Should we do that?
You have some listener questions.
They always go weird tangents
Mate,
anyway, don't
I
they?
tell you what, I'm just scanning through them. There are so many about your balls and how hard it is to sit down.
Jesus.
People want to see them, so if you could just stand up. And
I'm telling you, I can count 5 just scrolling through here.
yeah, I saw a lot of
Do
those.
people think that when they write that, it's going to be like they're going to be the only person that's done that?
No, but I think they're genuinely interested.
So can we clarify?
Yeah, if you could just answer the question, Danny, that'd be much appreciated.
Oh dear. That
Hugh,
is funny.
27.5. Favourite track of all time.
Ooh,
That's nice.
that is a good one.
And how do you sit down with your balls so big?
He never said that.
From all of these people.
I think Champery would be probably my favourite track of all time. It's a track that I would go and ride. I would go and gladly ride for fun. Racing it last summer was pretty scary, but Champery, and then the original Andorra downhill track was pretty good. I wish they would go back to racing that. But even the normal Andorra track we race now, like, it's quite good fun, I guess, but just short.
Okay.
At moment, I know we're trying to not talk about the same things over and over again. We're trying, but I was actually there, so I actually
Were ya?
myself. Yeah, I was there. I celebrated I tell you what, I celebrated that night like I fucking won it.
Well, because Brendan got fourth,
Yeah,
not me winning.
truly. I was in the car park under the lift or something, and I woke up and there was a trail of sick across the whole car park, and then I'd neatly folded my clothes and then just lay on the floor next to the car in my underpants.
How old
It's
would
like,
you have been
God,
then?
old enough
what,
to not be doing that sort of
16
thing.
years ago now.
16 years ago.
Is
Yeah.
it 16 years? 15.
Mate, I must have been like 11 or something. Anyway, but man, it is quite something, eh? It was quite something. I was there trackside in the rain.
Yeah, no, that was really good. Like, obviously, it was really good. But
I didn't experience the commentary either, but it might as well. It was the commentary was trackside as well. It was.
yeah, I guess when you're there, even myself, I didn't know that the commentary had gone as crazy as that because obviously you're doing it. But like, yeah, Warner and Page, they got a little excited, didn't they?
In your head, Did you know what was going on though? Because you obviously there's the famous whip.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
You're
what were you doing with the
comfortable
whip,
at that point,
dog?
right?
You were on a party lap there.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the trousers were a bit baggy, but no, I had no idea. I didn't know everybody else had struggled like they had. It was all. I'd had a good run, and yeah, that was just how I'd done it all weekend.
Unreal.
Yeah.
I think one of my questions that I wrote down actually was, I think most people would assume that is your career highlight, but is
Yeah.
it your career highlight in your head?
That like really cemented my name in the sport, I guess. But as a career highlight, like the 3 or 4 weeks of racing when I won 3 World Cups and then won World Champs, it's hard to put one of those as a career highlight because that was like probably a month and a half of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that World Champs in 2016. And then it's funny, they're all winning times. In 19, when I won in snowshoe, that was...
That's unreal.
That was...
That was an 8-year gap, I think, before, wasn't it? From the one before.
Well...
Was it?
No, 16 to 2016, so it was a couple of years.
Right, again, the live
Excuse my ignorance.
Yeah.
I find this so interesting because, like, the live broadcast stops, we all stop watching it, right? Explain what it's like to go from win to win like that. What happens in between?
Oh, that's a crazy one.
Yeah.
So I won my first World Cup in Lenzerheide. And the next morning, we go to the Sprinter van, me and Sophia, get in our van, drive off down the mountain, just on our way on the highway, pulls up to a toll booth or something. I'm like, well, this is a bit weird, this, Sophia. Like, I won yesterday, and now we're just back in the van, just driving along. And I was like, it's quite an empty sort of anticlimactic.
No way.
Well, yeah, it was. Like, you're just another bare bum in the shower at that point, aren't you? You're just on the motorway driving along in your van.
From the outside, I always picture all of these meals, all of these contracts, all of these like
Well-
bonuses,
Phones.
like the phone ringing off the hook. But there must be a certain amount of that.
After Champery, that winter, like, I flew to Vegas for Interbike. Bearing in mind I was only 19, so going to Vegas for Interbike was like, "Wow, this is amazing!" But you get there and you can't do anything because you're underage. Yeah, I'm flying here, there, and everywhere after that. So that was quite something, I guess. And then I got fat and overweight and come into 2012 really unprepared with a rainbow jersey, and everyone's like, "Oh, the curse of the rainbow jersey." Bullshit. No, it's not. Then I did ship for a bit, but then it come around.
So psychologically, you just went off the ball because
I was just living like a king.
Yeah.
pretty hard to actually do it though and not.
Yeah. When everybody's bowing down to you. What do you need? It's like, it was, especially for Giant, they were American as well. So like the whole Interbike thing, they had me walking around Interbike with 2 showgirls. I'm like, this really isn't my bag. Like, they're attractive girls, I'm sure, but like, I was just this awkward 19-year-old kid in the middle like this, with a girlfriend at home thinking, "Oh God, what's she going to be thinking?" But yeah, no, and then 2016 when I won, I don't remember it being as crazy after that. But then I had a stinker of a year in 17. Just crap start to the season. We went to a 29er. We jumped on a 29er like, "Oh, people are going 29, let's do it." It didn't really work for me. And then the first World Cup of 17 was Lords that time. I qualified in the top 5. Then it rained on me. And the second one was Fort William. And I crashed twice in the wood section on this 29er because I couldn't touch the floor pretty much.
Really, like
Oh,
tire buzzing arse, or actually the whole thing being.
I don't know if it was the bike, to be honest, but like, that's what I'll say it was.
Yeah.
And then we went back to Leo Gang, and I went back onto my normal bike and snapped my chain out. No, I didn't go on my normal bike, actually. I was on the 29er then as well and snapped my chain out the start. Then the season started to pick up after that. But yeah, I was quite unprepared the 2012 season. Then I got injured halfway through the year as well. So it took me a while to get back to some sort of winning ways after 11.
It's a lot though, man.
Yeah,
isn't it?
For a 19-year-old kid, yeah.
Hell yeah. Great answer, by the way.
Yeah.
Charlie Wilson, if you could go on a ride with 3 people, past or present, who would it be and where?
Oh, these are the deep questions where you have to tell. Oh, man. Past and present and where? I think Nico Vulio's is a good one. I remember 2008, my first time on a team camp with Lapierre. He was a Lapierre guy as well, like not on our team, but more in the business, in the company. And I was like, right, I'm flying down here. Do you want to follow me? And he just sat on my wheel the whole way down. I was like, oh, no way. There's a reason you're like a 10-time world champion or whatever. So he'd be one. I don't know.
It's harder for you because it's fucking has to be a racer, really, doesn't it? You don't really want to see anyone faff around.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I remember one time I was in Whistler and I was on the lift with Semenek, and he was parked down in a different area where he didn't have to pay, like in a housing estate somewhere. I was like, we were going to ride Crabapple. I was like, oh sweet, I'll follow you, thinking he was going to just be insane down Crabapple hits. By no means did I think he was going to do a backflip tail whip or anything like that, but like he cased all the jumps. And I was like, what's going on here? You're meant to be like this Jedi at these jumps, and you just... That was a funny one.
He probably never rides them. Imagine how weird it'd be, like, living near Whistler.
Yeah, it's true.
I think it's hard because obviously it was Greg Minnaar is my team manager. I've not actually ridden with him in this time.
Really?
Like I said earlier, as I'm going home, and the times are all written down on the pib, he'll get his costume on and go and do it. So, yeah, it'd be good to ride with Greg.
Racing.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah,
You
it's
would,
really
yeah, there you
good.
go.
Made for it, yeah.
Everyone else is knackered and he's just getting it. And...
Mulio's Greg.
Villiers, Greg, yeah.
More. You've ridden with a lot of them, I would have
I
thought.
have, yeah, like Petey, for example, like a lot of my style and the way I ride comes from watching Petey as a kid.
Yeah.
Like off cambers, you know, like elbows up, you know, laying the pedal down. I have like good fundamentals, and a lot of it comes from watching Steve. So it'd be nice to get out with Steve.
Nice. It's a good answer.
Yeah.
Do you watch any people race and you're just like, how? They're, you know, like crazy scatty styles. Obviously, I'd say you've got a clean style.
But I have been there where it's been crazy and scatty and all over the place. But then, as time's gone on with mechanics and engineers, we've gotten away from that. But the people around me are like, you need to ride like that, you need to ride like that. I'm like, yes, but I barely make it to the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
So now we've got the bike set up and everything. So it's not like that. But who is there to watch that you're just like...
Does it get you hyped? Or is it not really like that?
Pierron on a tear is like pretty impressive. Bruni is impressive in a different way. Bruni is just a tank.
Quite a different rider to
Yeah,
you,
like I think what Bruni has, his package is amazing when it's good and when he's online and when everything's going his way. The moment it goes a tiny bit pear-shaped and he gets offline, I think that's when he sort of struggles because his bike setup is very unique. But you watch like Amaury when he did he's had a good lap down Val de Sol. When was that? Maybe 24. And his good lap he's done down Leger in the mud. It's impressive.
That is, yeah.
Just on that ragged edge, sort of.
Yeah, and then I feel like they have a really good setup also. Like when I was watching in Lake Placid, it's quite nice to watch.
Do you see anything different with the young guns coming through? Like that's obviously...
They've never really crashed.
Well, maybe. Asa, Jackson, Max,
Yeah.
these people coming through.
Yeah, they've crashed, obviously, but like...
Riding like you've not crashed, you mean?
Yeah, they're like on... But then I watch Max, and he rides like he's not even trying, and he's absolutely just laying it down to everybody.
Yeah.
and that's impressive. What's going to be scary this year is, I'll say there's 5 or 6 juniors coming in, and when Q1 is 20 people, that's a quarter or more than a quarter of the Q1. Granted, it's a step that they've got to take.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see. But yes, from the original point, there's no one that's like watching Jackson. I guess I feel like if anybody has ridden like him over the years, when I was in like my 2016 time, I was somewhat a bit like Jackson. As I've gotten older, that's gone away, which I would like to get back. But Father Time, what do they say? Father Time doesn't stop for anyone or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm 34 now, and not that it's any excuse or anything. Like, he's 20, and he's bouncing around. Like, I would like to get. I know I can ride like that, and when I watch his GoPros and stuff, there's nothing when I watch that I'm like, oh, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But he's actually doing it.
Right.
So yeah, but yeah, the juniors, it's. Them boys are flying.
GoPros are obviously interesting, and you obviously actually, like, all of you guys study them. Because I watch, and I watch your GoPros as well, and I almost can't pick up what's almost going on. Like, some of the lines aren't obvious to me, and I can't see what...
Yeah, like the nuances in it is like hard to
Yeah,
see.
like getting out of ruts, or like
Yeah.
turning completely across the track where it doesn't look like there's necessarily a line, or like opening something up in a really unnatural way, for me anyway.
Yeah.
When you watch Jackson, is it like stuff like that? Or when you watch other GoPros, how much difference really is there between you lot?
Jackson, like, he just bounces down the track, doesn't he? It's like a little spring chicken.
So like light.
Yeah, and like he puts the bikes in some really, like Champery it was just awesome to watch. And there's been other races where I've watched hard lines and stuff like that, and fair play to him. I don't really care for complimenting people that much, but watching him, it's like pretty impressive. And the same, like I says, with Amaury, different styles totally, but the speed and confidence is just second to none.
Have you ridden hardline?
I did the first one in 2014.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that interest you at all these days, or is it?
It does, until I, like the Tassie one, for example, I watch and I'm like a serious FOMO when I'm watching. But then when it goes wrong, that FOMO is instantly gone. So no, not so much.
Okay. Interesting.
I won the first one.
You did?
I won, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
I had second in quality. It was like a pilot one. It was like a test sort of thing.
It was secret, wasn't it?
Yeah. And me and Brendan got there on the same day.
Yeah.
And because, funny story, it wasn't the first time I met Sophia, but we just had World Champs in Norway. And I was just talking with Sophia at the time. You know, up till midnight on Skype, you know.
Cute.
And we both flew. I flew home from Norway. She flew in from Spain, where she was living at the time. And like my season was done. It's over. I'm finished. So we both, and we've been together ever since. However, I knew Hardline was on, and I just like faked that my flight got delayed, and I didn't want to go, and I was just over the season, and yeah, sorry, G, I'm not going to make it. Danny, we really need you to come. Everyone's backing out. We really need you to come. Please, please, please. Oh, no, I'm not going to bother. Danny, please come. All right, no bother. I'm on my way. So, within 2 days of being home, just hanging out with Sophia, we're in the van driving to another race. And it was a good job I did, because the prize money was great.
Oh, really?
I got second in qualifying. I was maybe $2,500, and then winning the final, I got $5,000. So it was like, what, $7,500.
Sophia was in from then, wasn't she? You know what I mean?
And then I stopped at KFC on the way home. And she was disgusted. I think she as good as sat in the van. I sat and watched me eat it.
Trial day.
Yeah. That was it. Yeah, Bruni did it as well. Bruni had third.
Did he really?
Yeah. It
And
was
that's-
still gnarly for its time.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like the jumps were steep. I put flats on, and the road gap was, well, I think it's maybe a little bigger now, but not much.
It wasn't live, was it? It was a media
No,
blackout,
yeah,
and then
it
it
was
came out as a
embargoed,
show.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
And it started way further up.
and you had to sign an
NDA or something.
yeah, because I remember.
Did you
like-
go?
No, but I
You weren't
remember Brent
allowed.
coming back, and I remember him being like, "You'll have to wait and see."
No
and then he
way. Wouldn't
eventually
even
told
tell
me.
his pals.
No, he did tell me, and I remember him being like, "Oh yeah, Danny won." Fucking, he really, because for him that was like his thing. You know, he was like,
Yeah,
was like,
well, we
at the
got
time, he
there,
was like, "Oh man,"
and
big
because we'd
jumps.
missed track walk, me and him just went down, rode down, got to the features, pushed back up and did them. And that was it. Like, now they all have bloody mothers' meetings about the jumps, don't they? And it's like a big thing of everybody jumping the jumps, and which is fair.
Yeah.
I don't want to end up going and doing it, and nobody will show me how to do the jumps.
And
Yeah,
it's Danny
no
Hart.
one talks to you. Like,
Yeah.
Danny riding around the
Yeah.
90, chose to opt out of the
I remember me and Brendan working our way down. He had his RS4 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was flying around in his RS4.
That's funny. Right, Adam Berry. What simple change, that can be bike setup, mentality, kit, etc., helped more than you expected in your career? So I thought that was a really good question.
That's a nice
actually,
question.
Yeah.
This is one of those deep ones where I have to try and waffle here because I just don't really know.
No, but I hear you, but
One-
also it's
Okay, right. So after 2011 season, granted I was world champion and had a really good season, nearly I think I had probably second or third in the overall. I was working with an old mechanic. I stopped working with him and I went and worked with Dave Garland, who's sadly not with us anymore, passed away. But he was like a wizard with the bikes. And in 11, I was constantly having huge moments, riding the handlebars, like nearly going over the bars. And he was like, we need to move your body position back. So we changed the bar sweep and worked all winter on bike setup and stuff like that. And that was a big thing. So bringing my body weight further over the central on the bike. And,
Right.
and this was the start of me not getting loose every race, where people from the outside think, oh, you're not going as fast. However, the bike setup was just better.
yeah, it's interesting. That's a good. That's actually really insightful. I reckon.
Yeah.
Getting yourself into the centre of the bike
Yeah,
is
so
actually.
then you have way more platform
Yeah.
on your arms as opposed to the first hole you hit, you need to go ride the handlebar.
I watched something on a moto, and it was about where you sit on the seat and where the centre actually is.
Yeah,
I watched you bounce on a moto. If you bounce in the middle of the seat, you just the rear
yeah,
goes down. Like you basically got to sit on the tank for the fork and
right.
rear shock to go down at the same time. And it really made me think about, like, it doesn't have to be visually the centre, it has to make the bike feel the centre.
Yeah,
Like working out where that is, I can see how that's
it's a
like
trip, yeah.
a good one, yeah.
Great question. Great answer. We got that guy 404. I'll just summarise it. What keeps you motivated?
I don't know anything else. It's not necessarily anything that keeps me motivated. It's just this is what I do.
Yeah.
Obviously, my family, my 3 kids and my wife push me hard. That's a big thing. But it's just I just love riding my bike. It's the same answer I give all the time. Everybody asks me. I don't know anything else. Like I said, I still love doing what I do. I would do it for free. I did do it for free for a year.
Yeah.
And it's just obviously my wife, my kids, building a life after racing keeps me motivated also.
You're 34. So how long do we've seen people go into the 40s racing? Like, is that's the plan?
Well, I'll go as long as I can keep riding. I'm enjoying it still. I love, like I says, I love the testing when I'm away. I love riding fast. I love the process of it all. It's a thing that I do, and I don't want it to stop. I don't have a day or an age or anything where I think, right, that'll do. I'm enjoying it, and until then, I'll carry on.
Amazing. I think that's a lovely way to end.
Mate, banger. Yeah.
There you go.
It's been
Thank
the dream.
you.
Really good, man. Super stoked to have you on. We also actually, before we end,
Yeah.
you got something to promote.
Yes.
Oh, mate, well remembered.
Yeah.
And actually, we forgot one segment. So can we do that as well?
Yeah, let's do a
Amazing.
segment. And yeah.
So in November this year, 2026, I'll be doing a tour around the country with speakers from the Edge.
Yes.
I think I start in Christchurch and I finish in Penrith. And in that, I think there's 19 dates all the way across the country. I've got to start revising and researching my career. And I'm super excited for that.
Yeah.
Be able to, like I say, go around the country, tell everybody my story.
Yep. Sample different fish and chips.
No,
No.
I won't do that.
There's a few KFCs en route as well. I'll be worried about that more than anything.
So yeah, that's a big thing that I've got coming up at the end of this season. Obviously, there's a lot to do in between then with my season, and so just look out soon. There's, on my Instagram, I'm sure there'll be where tickets will be available. But yeah,
As soon as they are available, we'll put a link in the show description.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So-
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's the nearest one to Davey? And what's the nearest one to me? I think Leatherhead's the nearest one to me.
Buxton is going to be my one.
Buxton.
Yeah.
I'm
There you
always
go.
nervous with like the Sheffield crowd
Why?
because it's like a crew on its own, isn't it? When you've got PE, you've got
True.
Josh.
Is there a
and-
Sheffield on there, or is it Buxton's the closest?
Well,
I think?
Buxton's
Yeah,
Sheffield,
Buxton's
isn't
close.
it? That's in between Sheffield and Manchester, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you've got like Josh and all of this, and like we always had this rivalry, me and Josh. And it's not so much anymore as we're older with kids and stuff.
You worried
but
about him coming to heckle you?
not him, no, but it's definitely like I haven't even ridden Warncliffe because it's just somewhere I've always sort of avoided going. But yeah, I'm nervous for the Sheffield crowd.
We'll have to do a lap when you come. We'll go out for a nice Peak
Oh, there
District
you
lap
go.
in it before, couldn't we?
Not nervous
And
about the Leatherhead one, are you?
Where the
Southern
hell-
Softies.
Nah,
Where the
everyone's
hell
like,
is
"Meh."
that?
Well, that's
There's some dirt jumps there, isn't
dude.
there?
If you can bring a hardtail, oh my days.
Yeah, I don't have time. I'll probably Leatherhead, and then I'll be in Aberdeen the next day.
The same day.
But that's the only way I know Leather. Whose trails are them?
Jimmy Pratt's.
That's the one. Yeah.
They're proper. They are. I'd love
Yeah,
to.
I don't know if that's a bit of me.
I think it is. It'd be all right. You certainly get the fastest time, I reckon.
Yeah, probably.
In
I'd
November?
have my watch on.
Trails is like the opposite.
Yeah, you want to
Trails
go
is
as
like
high
if,
as
if
slow
you're
as you
going
can.
quick to the end, you're no good.
Yeah.
Danny Hart says he's got timing pole.
There with his
It's not,
watch.
quite, it's not quite the vibe.
That's
And he's got a
funny.
race kit on.
His trousers aren't baggy enough.
Right, we have to do this segment. We're sponsored by Kex on the show.
Oh, really?
And we do a Kex shit yourself moment. What is the biggest moment you've had on a bike or off the bike if you want? Like the biggest, like, oh, I've nearly shit myself. We might have
This
to work
one,
on
I have it because I have a favourite in my phone.
Mm.
I was at Lords 2017. I don't know if you know the track in Lords. It's just horrible rock garden at the top. And I blow a hand off going down you jump in these steps, but it's rocks. It's not like Leatherhead trails, I'm sure. You jump in these like janky, horrible steps, and I blow a hand off, and I grab the handlebar again, under grip, and I was like, if I'd not got that handlebar there, I was in a whole world of pain.
Is there a sequence shot of it or something?
I don't know, but I'll show you the video.
Oh,
after.
yeah, we can get the
please do.
video.
Oh
That'd
my
be
god, it's
amazing.
so scary. I was glad I was in Lords because that's where they saw Jesus or something, isn't it?
Yeah,
True,
Holy
yeah, you nearly
Jesus
seen
took
him.
the wheel then. But yeah, you often have moments like that, but that was,
That's one that sticks out.
yeah. And it was
Whoa.
caught on camera, which was even better.
Yeah, oh, nice, dude. Yeah, I'd love
That's
to
a
see that
banger.
footage. That's a lovely, perfect way to end again. The real ending now, not the not the fake one that we threw in there to try
Yeah.
and throw people off.
So
Mate,
I
thanks so much for coming on. That was
No,
a real
thank you.
pleasure, that was.
Yeah, really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a long time coming,
It has.
and
Took you your time to get me down here.
yeah, it's a
I
long
need to
drive.
get Brayton on.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
also
you-
up there. Though
No, yeah,
the
he
travel
won't.
down, it's tough.
You got to pay for him to say.
Yeah, pay yeah. We'll get there.
Thanks, lads.
We've got to get your fee figured out first.
Just my fuel.
Mate, we got...
And my dinner.
We'll do that off camera.
And my dinner. You're getting the KFC.
42p more? All right.
All right, ladies and
thanks,
gentlemen, Danny Hart.
Thank you.
Go on, Ollie.
Thanks for listening, watching.
Let
Peace
me
and love.
find this
Like
clip.
and subscribe. Mate, what an episode.
Brilliant. I thought you were really great, Davey.
Mate, and I thought you were even better.
Thanks, dude.
Better
Thanks,
than
dude.
normal.
Oh, cheers.
Hey, how about we tell our lovely podcast community to hit subscribe here,
Yeah,
click on the video on Ollie's face,
that's right.
click on the video on my face,
Yeah.
and follow us at The Ride Companion on Instagram.
They can like and comment as well.
Please do.
I'm gonna try and get this energy and I'm gonna bring it into next week.
Let's fast forward to next week's episode.
Done.